A federal judge has issued a pair of devastating rulings that sided with Bell and functionally dismantled Rothschild's entire defense. The judge has officially ruled that Rothschild breached his contract, and in just a few weeks, Bell is taking this all the way to a jury trial to receive millions in damages. Bell isn't just winning.
Oh my god! Oh my god, bro! He's taking on the Illuminati and he's winning! Holy shit!
They are going to be setting a precedent that could end this patent troll for
Wow.
documents are so explosive because the contract that started the war. Back in 2016, Bell and Rothschild entered into a license agreement, or the GSLA. This was supposed to be kind of like a peace treaty. Bell gave Rothschild a valuable consideration, essentially a giant pile of cash, in exchange for a perpetual, irrevocable, royalty-free, fully paid-up worldwide license to Rothschild's patent portfolio.
Okay,
The
got it.
agreement was pretty simple. Rothschild gets paid, and in return, he promises not to sue licensees, Bell, or its affiliates for the actual or alleged infringement ever again.
Well, how did I mean, that's so, like, that's like saying all your base are belong to us. How could you even think that you had a case?
Yeah, so for 6 years there was silence, but then in 2022, Rothschild's company started sending marketing messages to Bell's legal team, essentially saying, hey, we have some new inventory of patents. Want to buy a new license?
But they already had bought it in perpetuity because the license was categorical for the entire library, and the library was not stated, like, this is a living, like, this patents expire. So because patents expire, very clearly you couldn't take a snapshot of this because things would inevitably be removed. Bro, Gavin logged them? Yeah, bro, he logged the Rothschilds. Oh my god!
Knowing that they already had a perpetual license, they could go
Jesus!
email. So Rothschild did what he always does. He sued them. Specifically, his company, Display Technologies, filed a lawsuit in September 2022 alleging Bell infringed on a patent that was already covered by the 2016 deal. When Bell's counsel pointed this out, he emailed the Rothschild lawyers a copy of their own 2016 contract. They didn't just apologize. They actually doubled down. They were forced to dismiss the case. And that,
Oh my god. What a fucking parasite. Like, this is it's actually insane that companies have to deal with bullshit like this. What a fucking parasite. It's a shakedown. It is. This is I'm altering the deal. Pray that I do not alter it any further. What's so weird about this is that couldn't they just get out of this if they had just created a separate entity and that separate entity hold the patents in that other entity instead? Like, why would they do it under the same entity of the Rothschilds? Like, this is like, it's even stupid business. Like, there's no way. They're too lazy? I don't know. Like, it's hubris. What?
leads us to the explosive ruling the judge just handed down. In a recent ruling, Judge Jamal Whitehead finally addressed this. Rothschild's legal team
Jamal
tried to
W.
argue that because they dismissed the 2022 case promptly, it wasn't a real breach. But the judge wasn't having it. He wrote, the court finds as a matter of law that Rothschild and BT breached the GSLA by suing Bell on September 27, 2022.
So, oh, wow. So even seeking legal, oh
similar things to make.
I feel like it's a pattern of behavior, right? I mean, if they had already sent it once before, like, I mean, I don't know.
Changed quite a bit. Rothschild's team tried to get the judge to throw out the valve claims under the Washington Patent Troll Protection Act. They argued
No shot. This is like a roach trying to use roach remover spray on a human. This is like, oh wait a minute. Wait, I'm gonna use this on you.
that only the Attorney
It's a
General
mouse
and
using a
women
mouse
under
trap.
attack, not a private company like Bell. They wanted to keep this a simple private contract dispute. But in a recent document, Judge Whitehead just dropped the hammer. He ruled that Bell does have the right to sue under this act because patent trolling is a matter of vital public interest.
I'm assuming and the thing is that it's probably a defense. Like that legal like proceeding or like delineation is probably a legal defense. So that's something that they have to figure out in court whether it was a matter of mistake or not. So it's gonna probably oh man.
Stated the court declined to adopt an interpretation that would leave injured parties without recourse while simultaneously declaring their injuries to be matters of vital public concern. Against the CPA claim alive, the judge is allowing Bell to argue that Rothschild's business model is an unfair or deceptive act in trade or commerce.
Guys, I think I'm having a fucking like a hallucination. Is America actually doing a ruling against an abusive company that's taking advantage of people? Like this has to be in like Europe or something, right? Like what the hell is this?
This opens the door for treble damages, leading the jury to triple whatever amount of money they think Rothschild owes Bell. Bell is looking to make it financially devastating to ever target them again, and that leads us to one of the most satisfying parts of this case. Most patent trolls use a shell game strategy. They create dozens of tiny LLCs with no assets, and if an LLC loses the case, it just goes bankrupt and the troll walks away with their personal wealth untouched.
I am like that guy's like a level 80, right? I'm like a level 15 on this kind of stuff. Okay, actually that's not even true. I'm like a level 11. Even I know how ridiculous this is. So think about an elite lieutenant of the Illuminati. I mean, this is some crazy, crazy shit.
Aren't just suing the companies like Display Technologies or Patent Asset Management. They are suing the Rothschild personally. They are arguing that these companies are just alter egos for Rothschild himself. And if
Hey,
the
buddy.
claim succeeds in the upcoming trial, the Rothschild could be held personally responsible. Bell isn't just helping.
I mean, if he's so lazy that he didn't even create a separate entity, an entirely separate entity so here's the logic, right? Is that if he's so lazy that he didn't even create a completely separate entity for him to create new patents with, so he could take advantage of the library and like the changing nature of it, he probably has the arrogance to mix some degree of transactions or business especially maybe in creating the LLC, in doing the initial filing for it. That could be direct evidence of him breaking the corporate veil or piercing the corporate veil. And if they're able to do that, which means that basically, if you're shown to have been using a corporate entity for personal finances, you can be held liable personally for the bad actions of your company.
Ow.
This is a very common practice.
Ow.
So
Ow.
I bet there's a chance in Discovery they
You're
can
cute.
find that. I do. I think there's a pretty high chance too, especially if he's going and trying to if he is trying to run away.
Damn.
I want to watch.
Baylor and Mailer Legal PLLC. This is where the case gets truly personal, as in many legal battles, the lawyers are shielded by what's called litigation privilege. But
I
Bell
don't
is
understand that.
pushing back against that shield. Bell's in-house counsel warned Baylor as early as December 2022 that his behavior indicated a failure to do any Rule 11 inquiry, which is lawyer talk for you didn't do your homework before filing this lawsuit. Baylor responded in January 2023, claiming he had carefully reviewed the
He
GSLA.
did do the
Yet just
lawsuit.
6 months later, he did the lawsuit.
But if he looked it up, then why did they make a mistake? And then why did they? Why? I don't understand this. So like, if you looked it up and you said you did your due diligence, but the original argument was that you were making that you made a mistake, then a mistake would imply that you didn't do your due diligence. Like this is
Baylor sent a letter threatening to sue over the 221 patent, a patent he just claimed to have carefully reviewed. When challenged on this, his defense was that he did not realize the 221 patent was listed in the
but that means yeah,
GSLA, that
exactly.
he had relied on his
Yeah.
client to track licenses. So it is argued that the Baylor defendants were active participants in a bad faith scheme to extract settlements through unfair or deceptive acts. Bell is sending an
I wonder if because if they're working with him a lot, I wonder if there's a chance that they're being paid through equity in the company. Because if that's the case, then I bet he probably can loop the lawyers in with this. Because if they have a financial incentive in the company too, oh, of course, yeah, exactly. It's like suing yourself. No, no, not no.
terrifying message to the patent troll industry. In a recent document, the judge allowed these claims to move forward. This means the Mailer defendants are officially headed to trial and could be on the hook for damages alongside Rothschild himself.
Wow.
So, where does that leave us? The trial is actually.
Honestly, this needs to happen more. I'm gonna be real. Like the amount of people that go around and they're just like the amount of patent and copyright abuse that happens. And I think that the main reason why the patent and copyright abuse is so problematic is because it's almost always a person that has a lot of resources who's doing it towards a person who has very little resources. And that's usually what happens.
Is set to begin in just a few weeks in
Poke the wrong
Seattle,
bear.
and because of the summary judgment ruling, the trial will be about the damages and how much Rothschild owes Bell. The 2023 mistake, was it an actual genuine mistake, or was he just
And the
talking?
thing is, what's crazy about this is that if they win this, then do you think that this is the only mistake that the Rothschilds, that this company's ever made? Probably not. Like, what do you think the odds are that the only mistake they've ever made was with Valve, the only company, coincidentally, that has the resources and power to sue them and retaliate? Almost zero. So this could be a domino effect.
Trying to extract money and personal liability for Rothschild. This overall is a massive win for Valve, but it's an even bigger one for the tech community. Valve chose to fight this time, spending millions of dollars and going through fake AI citations, but now they are weeks away from potentially dealing a death blow to one of the most known patent trolls in US history. If you want to stay updated on
Beautiful.
all Valve news, make sure you subscribe.
The difference between oh my god.
On January
How does he do it? Bro, how does he do it? I don't understand this. Like, he's just that guy. He's got everything he does. Oh my god. Yeah, and he's a wizard. Apparently, bro, like, I'm gonna link y'all the video. I didn't even know about this. He's the anti-Epstein. He is, bro. Like, wow. Oh my fucking god. Give it a like. I've watched Water CS2's videos in the past. And I watched his videos on the Visa and MasterCard censorship. I remember this. And I'm I want my tax. Tax money back. I do. I want it back. If we're not trying to clone people and we're not trying to like grow people inside of a lab, I'm getting scammed. I am. Like, I thought we're supposed to be on the edge of this. I thought we're supposed to be trying to move things forward. Like, really? I mean, I'm not even saying, like, there's a lot of reasons why you could grow a person. Why? Well, because you could grow organs that way. Like, that's the main thing. Absolutely. 100%. Like, cloning humans will be the end of humanity? They said that about a lot of things, and it wasn't. And we need a real Captain America also. Yeah, do you think they were successful in cloning humans? I don't think they were successful. I don't. I find it to be very unlikely. And the reason why I think they weren't successful is because we can't cure cancer. I think with how many diseases that people have that we can't cure, I think that shows that we probably can't replicate the human genome. People going crazy think they found a code word for human meat. So jerky equals child meat. Francis, he better not be talking about the Pope. That better not be the Pope. No. Give me a minute. Yeah, better not. There better be another Francis. It's got to be another one. Yeah, oh boy, no. Francis has time to come tomorrow. Show me how to make it. Jerky class anyone. He will bring you to taste his new jerky recipe from the restaurant. He sends a warm hello. He's working at a restaurant called Guys, the restaurant's called Cannibal and Cooks. Wait for it. Beef jerky and steak. He has time at 3 p.m. tomorrow if this is okay with you. Here's what I think is really crazy about this email. This email is totally, there are no equal signs. There's no bad punctuation. There's nothing wrong at all about it. And so is it because he's doing it on an iPhone or not? Like, that's very confusing to me. Because it's normal? I mean, I don't know about someone else sent it to him. Oh, it's 2. It's 2. Okay, I'm a big idiot. Okay, I'm so stupid. I didn't know that. I read it wrong. Okay, yes, after blank leaves, can blank make some jerky? I think we should landscape all around the house to use the water if possible. Lodge and ranch central if needed. If the main house is not enough. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Didn't he say... Wait a minute.
Removed, apparently. There's a bonfire right here. Maybe where they burn people alive. Or... sun compass that was removed, apparently. There's a bonfire right here. Maybe where they burn people alive.
Okay. It's too small for that? No, it's not. You just have to do it the other way. You have to do it, like upside down, right? Because like you're not going to eat the head. So a lot of people don't know this, but like, so you actually don't have any like the risks of eating human meat are actually not that high, but the big risk is eating a human brain or spinal fluid, because that's obviously connected directly to the brain, because there's special different things called prions inside of the brain that can give you neurological disorders if you eat them yourself. Prions is exactly. And so that's the reason why. And so they could be cooking them that way. Same with animals. Well, I don't know about the animals. Yeah, how do you know this? I looked it up. Yeah, I looked it up. It's a significant risk? Yeah. And mad cow disease, mad human disease? Exactly. And so I'm just saying, pardon? Yeah, I looked it up. I found it out. And I think we should landscape more. BMG, would be possible to have some time discussing the following. Landscaping main house, landscaping windows, Larry's log cabin, vehicles, fall, winter projects, Bryce. Okay, that's fine. Hope you are feeling better.
Did we analyze the jerky? Why didn't we get jerky this week? You said we could not do it until Friday. Please explain. Thank you. I tried phoning, but it seems like you were sleeping on the couch the whole day so much. I also added more to the jerky and ginger lemongrass. I will know more tomorrow night. Also, the next date seems really great. Thank you so much. Super cool. What is this here? Setting up Surface right now. We're ridiculously excited. And beef jerky, delicious. Wow. Bro, she's a little bit too excited. And maybe she ate the brain part. And JoJo is here, and we'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. We'll walk the jerky over to Jeffrey. Why would jerky walk around? That seems kind of weird. Why would it do that? I mean, I guess like you're walking something over there, like, I don't know, like it's okay, that's not enough. That's not enough to go with. Ginger lemongrass, perhaps code for ethnicity. Maybe, right? You don't know. That's a good idea. Delicious lunch, beef jerky. Steve and I are very grateful, above all, for your friendship. Some of these emails are so wholesome, aren't they? It's too bad they eat kids. Really, you know, like, what the fuck? They're sitting there like, oh, I really loved having you come here. And yeah, no, I had so much fun eating the babies and killing people with you. Yeah, I loved it. My wife did too. I can't wait to see you for Christmas. Bye. Oh, here's a photo of us in case you want to make this, you know, have this for your wall. And it's us. Oh, wow. Like, what the fuck? Making memories, yes. Oh my God. It's normal for them? Yes. A small insulated bag would be fine. I don't remember checking it. No need for crazy amounts of ice. One should do. There is one bag of beef jerky in the fridge. Please get it. Also, Blank has more at her place. Please get it from her as well. And bring it all with you. Bring it all with you. I suppose it needs to be in a cold, insulated bag. Well, usually jerky doesn't need to... How about that? That's crazy. What are the odds of that? And, oh my fucking God, beef jerky shoulder on the shelf? Yeah, I mean, guys, I think I gotta put this in the refrigerator. I had no idea about this. Oh my God. So, yeah, coolest code word? I don't know. You can't eat beef jerky anymore? Yeah, it's not even refrigerated. And, do you mean, what is this here? We talked about this at the ranch. Why isn't it done? Steve needs a 6 to 8 ounce portion of jerky. I gave you all the jerky we had, roughly 2 pounds, and it lasted only half the amount of time it was meant to. I felt like it was more important for you to have the jerky to eat during my time off. My plan is to make a batch before I leave for LSJ, and some of that will go to Steve, and the rest will go to you at LSJ when I arrive. Little St. James Island. That's what LSJ must mean. Oh, that's the... So wait a minute. So that means that... So logically, that means that they were doing this off of the island. They weren't doing this on the island because I will make a batch before I leave for. So that would imply that he's somewhere else. Maybe he could be at the ranch. That's it, right? And, oh my fucking God. Or the fire pit? Yeah, it's Zorro Ranch, exactly. Do you mean prepared? Only 3 ounce per day. Steve Hansen is sending jerky to your attention overnight? Just wanted to touch base about jerky. They talk about beef jerky more than I do. This is a big nothing? How sure are you? Because I think that there's a 50% chance at least that it's nothing. But is there a 100% chance? I would say there's not. I think there's not. I feel like it's higher than that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, guys. It's drugs. I mean, I'm not sure about this. Don't you call it beef jerky? Yeah, I do. JE said he was going to start eating regular food again, so he might be eating less jerky. He said he has 6 bags of it in a downstairs freezer. Why would you freeze jerky? I believe it should be enough to get him through. Any other questions, please let me know. JE is asking to bring him more jerky. Jeffrey Epstein is asking to bring him more jerky. Are you flying on Friday? I would like to collect it from you and take it from me on the plane. I'm flying in on Friday. I will bring jerky. Is there a time I could come say hi and drop off the beef jerky? And that's from Jeffrey Epstein. Are there any recorded images of Jeffrey Epstein with eating with beef jerky at all in the picture? We're gonna ask both AIs. We're gonna see what it says. We're gonna see what it says. No, there are no recorded or publicly known images of Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky in the picture. Turn up nothing resembling an image. Based on public, there is no evidence or record of any images showing Jeffrey Epstein with beef jerky. So it's crazy that they're just talking about, like, isn't it weird that they're like, for example, like I talk about drinking soda and eating beef jerky all the time. And if you went into my house and you took a photo of my house, you'd probably see beef jerky and soda somewhere. So you can go through, what's this here? Commercial. Apparently it's his last girlfriend who's active on Twitter right now. So this was Jeffrey Epstein's potential last girlfriend?
Get off there. Nope, you can't be up there. Nope, you can't be up there. Sorry, buddy.
What? We do not need to show us on... Wait, what is this? She's the jerky supply... Well, wait a minute. What? We do not need to show us on... Wait, what is this? She's the jerky supply... Well, wait a minute. It's highly addictive if it's 6 days. It's an old account. Yeah, joined November 2017. One username change sent last on November 2017. So it is... How do we know who this person is? I'm not seeing her name. There. Oh boy.
Oh shit.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So, right there, yes, apparently. And Francis Derby is literally the executive chef at a restaurant called The Cannibal in New York City. He left in 2017. Wait, what? The Cannibal restaurant in New York City? Wait, what? Hold up. Is a beer and butcher. Where is it here? And its focus is on sustainable meat and the massive inventory of craft beverages. Did their top chef leave after the Epstein... Leave as a result of Epstein. As a result. There's no way, right? Jim and I won't answer that. There's no reference. Francis Derby. He left in 2018 simply to return to Long Island. Okay, so he's not... Okay, that's interesting. Wow. Did they serve beef jerky? Does beef jerky? It was now famous for its extensive house-made charcuterie and offered wide variety of snacks. Their menu traditionally focused on fresh butchery rather than standard dried beef jerky. So they apparently did it occasionally, but not really. So who sends beef jerky to a lab for analysis? Wait, what? Hold up. Jeffrey Epstein to Steve Hansen. Old saying, dog ate my homework. Well, the dog ate the beef jerky. I was looking for the beef jerky as I knew it was in my suitcase, and I thought that maybe I left it on the beach, only to find a small plastic bag near my dog's bed. Hence, no beef jerky. I'll email Francis to make us some more, as I need 6 to 8 ounces to send to the lab, and I'll forward to Francis the info to send to the lab directly. I think something's going on. I do. The lab is another code word? Well, you'd have to have repeated uses of it in ways that are inconvenient or confusing. So that's it. Is this beef jerky was adrenochrome? No, I don't think that's it either. I'm just like looking at everything. So what else are these people saying about it? 6 bags of beef jerky in the downstairs freezer. Why would anybody freeze beef jerky? Epstein said he was going to start eating regular food again. How is beef jerky not regular food? I am going to give this a point of credit, okay? Is that there are a lot of people that really eat a lot of beef jerky, and it causes digestive issues and problems. And because of that, they end up, you know, like going back to eating normal food after that. How do I know that? Nobody knows. It's a mystery. And so anyway, yeah, biltong can be frozen. Yeah, I think that's like made out of frogs, right? Nobody's been this excited about jerky. I have. I've been even more excited about jerky than this is. Yeah, I mean, what are you talking about? Demons eating missing children sounds closer than the alien disclosure. No one walks over beef jerky, and you sure as hell don't need to keep it in a cold, insulated bag. That defeats the fucking purpose of beef jerky. This Francis guy is super hard up for some beef jerky. No one is that into beef jerky. These people are legit demons. I'm surprised MSM has not rushed to slap the debunked label on all of this like they did with Pizzagate a decade ago. I think the real reason why they can't do that is because they know that it's just too much. Anyway, I'm surprised MSM... It's crazy how they haven't said anything about this. Francis Derby was a chef at the Cannibal. I was not ready to read this. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. No, it's not. It's not even close to the worst thing. Like, oh, wow, they're eating people? Duh, of course they eat people. Like, that's not even that bad. Like, really? I mean, I think that there's a lot of stuff that's worse than that. This is probably like number 5 or 6. Yeah, but it's pretty bad. Yeah. But like for Epstein, is it bad though, right? Are we really going to say it's that bad for Jeffrey Epstein? Guys, he's sitting there smiling on a Skype call with a person, and the name of the person is torture. And talking about melted cheese. Like, oh, well, actually, you know what? I bet all these fit together. You know what? That's probably not even true. I bet they all just fit together. And you're saying it could have been worse? Yeah, it could have been worse. And what's number 1? What's the worst thing? I think that so I would say the worst thing, this is my opinion of the worst thing, is that the V-Bucks, no. I think it's that the fact that they rape the young girls, and then they force them to give birth, and then they take their babies away, and then they sacrifice the babies. I think that's the worst one. Like, personally, that's the worst one in my opinion. Right? And eat them, right? That's the word. So like, if you want to think, because I've thought about this, right? I feel like everybody needs to think about this every once in a while. So is that proven? Well, no, a lot of this stuff isn't proven. Like, it's just, there's just a lot of points on the graph and they make the same line. So that's it. And what about eating babies? You think that's number 5? Well, it's not necessarily that. And the thing is that jerky, I don't even agree that jerky would be child meat, because generally jerky is aged meat. So I would assume that they would use another term like veal or something else to talk about kid meat. So I don't even think, I'm not even convinced that jerky is, I think it could be human meat, but there's no definitive proof in my mind that it has to necessarily be a kid's meat. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I look, guys, I just talk about things. I do. I just talk about it. I don't have a filter on this at all. I just say it. So there might be people saying like, damn, like what, people will have a little bit of shock. Listen to this. But no, I just say it is. I say that's the way it is. Jerky could be old sex slaves. That could be it. Yeah. I mean, it could be something like, it could be like a life cycle, right? Where like, yeah, that could, no, but usually I don't know. I mean, the ounces of it too, not 6 to 8 pounds. It says 6 to 8 ounces. So like theoretically, right? Is that, so you're saying that they use them as sex slaves, and then once they're used up, they kill them and then eat them. I don't know if I'd believe that. And I'm going to give you the logic of why I wouldn't immediately believe that. It's because there's like an unspoken, actually it is a spoken rule. There's a rule that, I forgot where this came from, that you can have sex with a goat, but you can't eat the goat after you have sex with the goat. And I think that in general, a lot of these people probably would not want to eat something that they had sex with. Is that in Iran? I don't think it's in Iran. But you could sell the goat to somebody else to eat. So maybe, because you can see what I mean, for wrong religion, but I think that it's like, but like, why did the religion come up with that idea? It's probably because the idea of, but then they were sacrificing babies and eating the shit out of their intestines, so maybe they wouldn't care. I don't know. Because the purity of the meat, right, yeah, exactly. I don't know, because like it's about figuring out the logic for this, right? And it's used as an insult. I'm just thinking about it, right? I'm thinking out loud. I apologize. Conversations left the rails. It's about wishes. Moloch, Baal is a genie personification too. If it's human meat, it's probably baby's meat because of the amounts and the scarcity. Yeah, but like, I mean, so you're saying they could be eating the babies? They're not, maybe they sacrifice them and then eat them. There's no logic, brother, it's sick? Well, I think that there's usually, there's like an internal logic system that people use, even if they don't use the same logic system that everybody else uses. You know, it's 8 ounces a baby. That's true, but also that's including bones and like the skull, which would be removed if you were going to kill somebody and then cook them and eat them. So like really, and that's also the dried meat. Like think about it. You ever put like a hamburger on like on a stove or on a grill, it gets smaller. Like this is, everybody knows this. This conversation, no, I'm just thinking about it. What? Well, I'm thinking about it. This could be before? No, because it said it was going to deliver it. It said it was going to deliver the 6 to 8 ounces. So, I don't know. Babies aren't 8 ounces? Oh, no, you're right. I was thinking pounds. Yeah, no, that's a good point. You're right. So you could wow. Man. I'm just doing the math in my head. Because, like, okay, this is like a South Park episode about this? I mean, I never seen that. 8 bags, 8 ounces. This is a lot. This is a lot for me to think about. Are there kosher rules for cannibalism? Well, I don't know. I mean, are cattle kosher? I have no idea. We're dealing with pedophiles who worship demons from biblical times that control everything on the planet, and y'all are talking about voting them out. Yeah, it's okay, guys. If you vote for the other side, it'll all go away. I think the sub needs to change from conspiracy to I told you so. This is a lot, huh? Epstein's last girlfriend is posting right now, and it's getting crazier. So this is the other one, right? So this girl, randomly, I don't know who this is, but people are saying this is Jeffrey Epstein's last girlfriend. And this is the same name as inside of the files, and her name change hasn't occurred since 2017, before the files released. And she's following Stephen King, Ricky Gervais. I mean, this doesn't really mean a whole lot, right? I mean, I don't think there's really, I don't know why I'm not following him. And yeah, I don't know. She's following Satan. And so this is what she's saying. After years of silence, the truth. Jeffrey was innocent. I really? Like, he just a good boy? He didn't do nothing wrong? She has the money? Maybe. Trapped by powerful people who silenced him. I was his last confidant, and I have the evidence that they're still hiding. I'm not suicidal, just in case. You'll know the whole truth soon. They sacrifice children to Lucifer. It's an entire cult. Jeffrey got involved in their operation for financial reasons and to obtain Comboprot, but never participated in the rituals. This is information that can be used as collateral, right? Like, it's like a KGB term? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. And it was a long time ago, so I wasn't really sure. Blackmail. Okay, yeah. So, and Clive got frame mogged. Yeah, I hate to say I know that, but yeah, I saw that. Anyway, is it a comment that that said Epstein told people to destroy a food dehydrator? Is that it? And I should talk. I know. Innocent, by the way. Guys, I'm just not sure I believe this. Here's the reason why I don't believe it. Nobody in their right mind, well, nobody in their right mind would date Jeffrey Epstein. So maybe we're not dealing with a rational individual. But like in general, what is this here? I'll pull this one up and see it. Okay, here we go. So she could just be a simp. Huh. That's crazy. She cooked in the brain? Maybe. I mean, it could just be an obsessive girlfriend. I feel like there's not really a whole lot else to that. So, yeah. And Jeffrey's chilling with her right now, telling her to tweet that. Is that it? I mean, this was from 2018. She ate the brain? Yeah, maybe she did. I find it crazy how addictive jerky is for them. Talking about Jeffrey, I mean, like, I think jerky's really good too, but like, damn. Oh, man. I mean, this does... It looks pretty fucking suspicious, man. It says if he tries to silence me, he's suggesting that he's alive. I don't know about that. It could be somebody else that's trying to silence her who's controlling Jeffrey Epstein. So, I mean, logically, that's what I would guess. So anyway, I don't know if I believe this. I feel like this is the kind of stuff. It's kind of like the Fortnite account where it's really entertaining to talk about. And it's a funny little, you know, basically rabbit hole. But I don't really know if there's anything to it. There's not like a lot more like, oh, wow, like this is some kind of crazy, you know, smoking gun and she's going to come out there. X warns you that the account used a proxy or VPN when you click on a country of origin. Yeah, I saw that before. Jeff breaks up with Maxwell in the most elaborate way possible so he can get back with his ex. Yeah. And code. Yeah, I don't know about big brain moment. Maybe everyone's Epstein. Why haven't we seen any text messages? We did see text messages. It says sent from iPhone, some of these. Yeah, what do you mean? Like, yeah, some of these are text messages right now. Like, I don't know what you mean by that. And also, a lot of them probably use it through email. And the deep state's just a network of elites who hold all the cards and pull all the strings. I don't know, man. I can't stop thinking about the Epstein files. Bro. Again, this is... Imagine realizing the God hand is real. Yeah. It's like you read Berserk or watch Berserk. It's like, damn, this shit's crazy. And then you're like, wait a minute, wait, what? What do you mean? What do you mean the eclipse happened in real life? What do you mean by that? Yeah. This is crazy. And aware it's real, right? Yeah. And I knew Griffith was in the files. Yes, exactly. And I don't even know what to say. They dissolved the bodies on the island. Wire transfer request for them. Oh my God. And eclipse happens every day. Yeah, apparently. And 65-gallon... Guys... 6 55-gallon drums sulfuric acid with fuel and insurance charge? They are dissolving bodies. So, wait a minute. So, there's a trap door in Jeffrey Epstein's house that leads directly into the sea. This is real, by the way. All of this is real. So, wouldn't hydrochloric be better for human? I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how to dissolve a human body. I mean, maybe both of them would work. I have no idea. But why would they do it for anything? I have no idea why. So for a secret submarine, I don't know about a secret submarine, guys. Yeah. Now we used the warehouse for the island, so that could have been hydrochloric acid isn't as strong. Yeah, I just don't know. And did he have sharks down there? Well, people originally thought that is that they threw the bodies in this hole and then they were eaten by, you know, like animals in like sharks or something like that, which I think that's a pretty good theory. But if they're dissolving, like, why do you need a 55-gallon, 6 55-gallon drums of sulfuric acid? Like, I don't see what you would do with that. It just seems like it's unnecessary. Yeah, sharks with lasers, maybe, right? And for drugs, I don't know about that. And perfume. Oh, it's for perfume. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So, oh man. They're not Jews, they want to be Jews. Pizzagate gunman fatally shot by police during a traffic stop. Man. Oh. I kind of wonder, like, I wonder what's going to happen with this. Because this is what my opinion of what I think is going to happen. Nothing. I think that all of this crazy shit is going to come out. Everybody's talking about this. Everybody's getting into it. And
this Epstein thing, man, the more you lift up this rock, the more you see it's not just a few bugs that were crawling around under there. I mean, like, remember for a long time, who's on the list? Who isn't on the list? It's
Yep.
It's not something to laugh about.
What these new emails show is they all lied, all these people who were saying all these, we were never mad and we weren't there, didn't do anything. All lied. It's like Epstein Island is Hooters And the and the entire power structure of the world is saying, yeah, I was just there for the wings.
Yep. They got
This
great
Epstein
chicken.
thing, man, the more you...
So maybe he's right. Yeah, I don't know. Or like, yeah, I'm reading Playboy for the articles. I don't even know what to say.
However, when President Trump speaks for the American people more generally, and he says, guys, don't we have better things to do? You can understand his irritation. The man is trying to negotiate an end to a war in the Gaza Strip. He's trying to negotiate an end to a war in Ukraine. He's attempting to revivify the American economy. He's attempting to crack down on illegal immigration. On a list of American priorities by the polls, the Epstein-Maxwell case comes in pretty close to zero, just on a list of priorities. However, when President Trump speaks for the American people more generally, and he says, guys, don't we have better things to do? You can understand his irritation. The man is trying...
Man, I really... So...
The gangs didn't just murder, rape, extort. They also worship Satan. The gangs didn't just murder, rape, extort. They also worship Satan. Straight up, literally. Many people don't know that our enemy was not just of flesh and blood, but spiritual as well. When we went to their homes to arrest them, we discovered altars they've been using for satanic rituals. This is well documented.
Man, there sure is a lot of this, huh? They don't worship Satan, they worship Baal. Oh, I don't know about that. I think it really depends. And there's like a whole dark pantheon, right? I mean, obviously. So it's not really that big of a surprise. And there's also, bro, you gotta really look at this. Why are you so evil? Most politicians are doing it for money. They're doing it for Israel. They're doing it for, you know, like a weird sexual deviant reason. They're doing it for, you know, fucking demons. And then you have Henry Kissinger and Dick Cheney in it for the love of the game. Bro, they said we are going to destabilize entire regions and get millions of people killed because that's why. Because I said so. Oh my fucking God. Dick Cheney killed the guy? I think he shot him in the face. I don't know if he killed him. And, man, I don't know how the fuck this happens. And Dick Cheney, before he dicks you, yeah, apparently, right? Global control, yeah, bro, like, because it'd be mad funny. In it, no blackmailing, no island, not even in the files. He just bombed brown people just for the love of the game. God damn. God damn, they're just letting them know, huh? Oh my fucking God. And okay, Peter Nygaard attempts to buy babies woman. As an atheistic person yourself, what do you think about some of the most rich, powerful, and educated people practicing in occult and mystical rituals? Well, I don't really think that there's a lot to it. I mean, if it would work, if the occult rituals worked, they wouldn't have gotten caught. So, like, obviously, I mean, if they've got the power of demons behind them, then how do they keep getting caught? You see what I'm saying? So, like, I really, it does work, then where are the demons at? I mean, really, where are they at then? No consequences, though? Yeah, but there's no consequences for all kinds of shit. Like, there's no consequences for this guy either. He didn't do anything. So, like, he didn't do any of the occult stuff, I mean. And I just don't really see the reason or what this is. And let me go back. I'll see if there's any more of this that are worth looking at. And this is apparently... This is German state TV.
Ist völlig unklar. Also hilft der möglicherweise jemandem? Ich weiß es nicht, aber im Zweifel für den Angeklagten, würde ich mal sagen. Ist völlig unklar.
So, Prince Andrew was no pedophile sex offender. New images are said to prove Andrew worked as a paramedic on Epstein Island. He was a paramedic? Translate the audio in this video. No way. No way. This is insane. I don't even know what to say. No, we got to find this out. They think the Goyams are retarded. You know what's crazy is that they are. The Goyams are retarded. Like, all they need to do, you've got to keep in mind that all of this is going to be over tomorrow. Because isn't tomorrow the Super Bowl? So the big sports ball event happens tomorrow. So, yeah, the big sports ball event happens tomorrow. So
Somebody
there's
needs to-
probably going to be nobody even
I can't say
talking
that on
about
stream.
this anymore. Yeah, it's going to be over. The Super Bowl? Yeah, it's the Super Bowl this year, exactly. And, yeah, that's going to be it. No Lanoscope woman met Prince in 2000 who was recently killed in 2025. I'm on the phone, so no link. Yeah, so what are they saying? Completely unclear. So is he possibly helping someone? Oh my God. Is he helping someone? It said he's sarcastic. Okay. Never mind. I don't know German media or anything like that. And this is also, remember what I said before about how people are going to warm up to the idea of voting for Hunter Biden? You may not like it, but this is what peak American morality looks like. I would trust Hunter Biden running my country more than any of those pedophile elites. I told y'all. No, see, that was
But
the
what
big
about J.D.
one, right?
Vance?
A lot of people didn't want to believe me when I said that, but now I think it's becoming more evident that it's happening. He was a PDF? Yeah, he was. I've heard about that. And anyway, so let's go back. I'll see if there's any more of these that are worth looking at. But yeah, apparently this is just getting weirder and more insane. Oh, yeah.
Because if you ask me any questions, you're a conspiracy theorist and you'll be shut
Alex Jones in 1996.
and you'll be laughed at for thinking that there could be any manipulation and control. Forget the fact. Don't ever ask any questions. Never look under the water.
The World Council of Churches.
Let me stop you right there. Every one of those groups is real. I've seen them on C-SPAN. I've read the Council on Foreign Relations bi-monthly book they put out. You can buy it at Barnes & Noble or any major bookstore. And it's called, the name of it is called, Foreign Affairs and World Politics. And the thing in there is, well, the New World Order, do you know your way around? And this is the biggest industry in the world, is corrupt international banking. I don't mean local banking. And it's real. They're out in the open. But the little serfs, the little idiots, the doesn't tell them, and I don't mean to be mean, if they are, they just go, Big Mac cheeseburger, please. That's all I care about. And I just try to say this.
He's talking about Goyslop in 1996.
You idiot! It's real! It's real! It's right here in front of your face. And they just go, no, it's conspiracy. Everything is wonderful. I never question anything. You can't prove one single thread of what you're saying. How dare you? You are a serious travesty. In fact, I am very afraid of you militant type people.
Bro, he been in it for a while, huh? He really has been. That's crazy. He never changed? Nah, bro. Like, real ones never change. You can go back and see videos of any of the real ones, and it's the same all the way through. And let me go back. I'll watch this one next.
You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh, and they drink human blood.
Excuse me, ma'am, it's
Tucker.
jerky.
Stop staring at me like that.
You're freaking me out, man. Because you spent your life in the entertainment business, so I think you have some authority on this.
Yes.
So many kids that I was in mental institutions with over the years, they are all from those cults. And they've covered it all up. They covered it all up. And, you know, I just pray to God.
This is why it's good Hollywood is losing so much money so quick.
Opens everybody's eyes
The
in
Hollywood
this
elite.
country.
Man.
By the time we
The
go
ones who call us
into
Goyim.
vote for Trump, that he will open up everybody's eyes and they will stop pretending to be asleep. You know what they say, you can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God,
Yeah, that's a good point.
please
I never
wake
heard
up even
like that.
those who are pretending to be asleep with the irrefutable truth of what the worst people on this planet are really up to. They are really up to that. They're doing it.
Jesus.
There's so many victims. There are so many victims. There are so many children victims that are now adults.
Is she Jewish? Interesting. That's why it's not all of
The
them.
epidemic in America is child sexual abuse, and I just want people to see it. I want people to open up their eyes and see how prevalent and horrible it is. 1 of 3 girls, 1 of 4 boys in this country today. It's just horrible,
Really?
and you just can't lie it
fuck?
away anymore. It's going to get more and more apparent, and you got to choose your side.
Yeah, there's no way it's that high, right? Like, there's no way it's much worse. Yeah, and that's probably what gets reported, right?
I just lost hundreds of
And so you gotta think that, like, if it's that high, that's the bottom, right? Not the top.
I just lost hundreds of coal.
I can't believe this.
On November 19, 2024, an officer pulled over a vehicle that had a seized tag order on it.
Hi, can you roll this back window down for me,
thank God.
please? Sorry, why am I pulled over? Can you roll this back window down for me? I can come up there.
It is currently February 2026. Here I am, standing before what's left of the Destiny community. Now, I know, I might be coming off a bit dramatic right now, but it ain't looking too hot, fellas. I'm just saying, man. If you go look at any of the numbers online, we can rationalize about it all day long, but I think we all have to come to the conclusion that Destiny is not thriving anymore. It's barely hanging on. And the reality is that Destiny doesn't have the luxury that it had a decade ago. Other games are all around us, and they're good games. Even games that are directly competing with Destiny. Warframe, for instance, is continuing to pop off. Hell, Destiny Rising, which is a mobile version of Destiny, even that has taken a slice out of the Destiny community. And for good reason. That game has so many great features, especially social features that we've been begging for since 2014. The reality is that right now, Bungie's biggest focus is Marathon. And I get it. Marathon has had too much invested in it to not be the focus.
And then they
The
made
real
every
reason why
character
I'm making this video is because
like
at
a
the end of the
60%
day,
gay
whether
rate.
Marathon succeeds or fizzles out, all roads, in my opinion, for Bungie,
Epstein
leads
propaganda.
To Destiny 3.
That's what
Now,
homosexuality
nothing
is.
has been confirmed whether or not a D3 is actually going to be a thing. There's been rumors passed around here and there, but if you ask me, do I believe a D3 is being worked on right now? My only reply is, who the hell is working on it? No, really, guys. I often get people in the streams, it's like, yo, don't worry, Cross, right around the corner, D3 is something going to drop on us. You still have people out there that believe Marathon is actually Destiny 3. I'm not joking, fellas. There are people that believe that at any moment, Bungie is going to say, surprise, we're not making Marathon. We just debated you. And it was D3 all along. Fellas, there is no one making D3 because there is no one to make a D3. You can't make a D3 when half your studio is working on Marathon and the rest are doing everything they can just to keep Destiny 2 alive. Which takes us to the point of this video, and something that I need my Destiny community to accept. And what I'm about to say, I know some of you are going to have a very tough time digesting this. Destiny 3 cannot and will not ever exist while Destiny 2 is still breathing. I know right now some of you are closing the YouTube app at this very moment. Some of you are throwing away your Mara cups and unsubscribing right now. But listen to me, Destiny community. Imagine this. Imagine Destiny 2 is in critical care, still breathing, still functioning, but at any moment now, D2 could pass away. Now, some of you would rather keep Destiny 2 on life support for as long as you can. Maybe it's your items in game, maybe it's the memories, maybe it's the raids that are still present there. Listen, I get it. But at some point, Bungie's gonna have to go in there with a pillow and take care of this thing. We have reached a point where Destiny itself has outgrown the infrastructure.
But I got Root of Nightmares.
Not just from a technical perspective, although that is a big limiting factor to Destiny, but just creatively. Destiny has got to evolve. And as much as I enjoyed Renegades and the Renegade abilities, that's not the evolution that we need. It's not Kepler abilities and turning into balls, and dare I say, it's not even a red subclass. I'm not saying that a red subclass or a kinetic subclass or whatever the rumor is going to be wouldn't bring some level of excitement back, but is it truly going to bring Destiny back to its glory days? Dude, I'm willing to bet my balls that we're never going to reach the highs of Lightfall, Final Shape, Forsaken, Witch Queen ever inside of Destiny 2. And that's because Destiny 2 concluded. The Final Shape was it. And so many people I have talked to, man, whether it's been in streams, hell, I was playing High Guard and randomly matched someone who was telling me that he used to play Destiny 2. And I asked him, when did you stop playing? And he said, Final Shape. So many people stopped after the Final Shape. Why? Because for the love of God, it was called the Final Shape. Would you say, hey, this is the ending to the Light and Darkness saga, and you have the main antagonist taken out? Well, hot damn it, fellas. You don't have to be clairvoyant to know that anything past that point is probably going to be filler. And that's kind of what we're living in. Do I enjoy the lore of the Nine? Sure. I like Lodi. I'm getting down with Eris and Drifter and learning about the Nine and getting a lightsaber. But let's be real. Most, if not all, Destiny players are really paying attention to the next big bad that we know we eventually have to deal with. And that is the Winnower. The one who's been controlling things, not even intentionally, but controlling things behind the scenes this entire time. We will eventually reach a point where the Flower game will unfold right in front of us. I see a day where we come face to face with the Gardener, with the Winnower, and we see the universe for what it is, at least in the world of Destiny. But my question to you is, would you rather experience that next chapter in the domain of Destiny 2 or inside of a Destiny 3?
You gotta get a whole new cast of characters and make them not gay. That's really what it is, too.
What is it about a Destiny 3 that can bring to the table that Destiny 2 couldn't? I think optic-wise, everything. Destiny 3 is a new starting point. Destiny 3 is potential, new beginnings, a reason for old players to come back. From a technical standpoint, it could actually be the thing that Destiny needs to expand. We've known for quite some time now that Destiny has been struggling, from memory limitations on our weapons to vault constraints. Guys, at one time, Bungie used to give us full-blown patrol spaces where you would bump up against other players all the time. However, the trend for the past few years has been pushing us away from that. One of the biggest reasons why I want us to move to a D3 is for a potential technical jump to allow Destiny to become the MMO shooter that we always wanted it to be. Look, we've been asking for this inside of Destiny.
No!
It is currently February 2020 to deal with, and that is the Winnower. In a patrol zone on V, give us full-blown patrol space Destiny 2 or inside of a Destiny 3. Now, you may be asking, what is it about a Destiny 3 that can bring to the table that Destiny 2 couldn't? I think optic-wise, everything. Destiny 3 is a new starting point. Destiny 3 is potential, new beginnings, a reason for old players to come back. From a technical standpoint, it could actually be the thing that Destiny needs to expand. We've known for quite some time now that Destiny has been struggling, from memory limitations on our weapons to vault constraints. Guys, at one time, Bungie used to give us full-blown patrol spaces where you would bump up against other players all the time. However, the trend for the past few years has been pushing us away from that. One of the biggest reasons why I want us to move to a D3 is for a potential technical jump to allow Destiny to become the MMO shooter that we always wanted it to be. Look, we've been asking for this inside of Destiny 2, but let's just be frank, guys. Whether it's the Tiger engine, whether it's old-gen consoles, Destiny 2 has never gotten to that point. Just think about it. The last time you ever even ran into another squad out in the open attempting to do a raid was Vault of Glass back in Destiny 1. And let me just say, that was truly a magical experience. To be running around in a patrol zone on Venus, to suddenly find 6 Guardians, all together fighting ads, all standing on plates, and you couldn't help but go over there and wonder what the hell they were doing. And lo and behold, they were opening the Vault of Glass. And at that time, I would have never even known Vault of Glass existed had I not ran into Guardians attempting to open it in that open patrol space. As much as I wish players were on Twitch or YouTube or paid attention to every single twab Bungie's ever dropped, the reality is there's still a lot of players that play a game and only interact with the game within the game itself. And to be quite honest with you, Destiny 2 has not done a good job of interacting with its community within the game itself. A lot of the information you have to get is outside of the game. Hell, for the longest time, the only way any of us could even understand the lore was by watching people like Bife or Mylan. And although I very much enjoy their content, the reality is Destiny 3 needs to be a game that allows players to find each other, explore with one another, and understand the world completely in the game itself. And external sources are just meant to enrich that experience. Now, I don't really even know where to begin as far as the technical jump. Is it a jump to Unreal Engine? Does Bungie do a huge overhaul to the Tiger engine like they did from Reach to Destiny? Do they even have that kind of time? You got me, man. All I'm saying is that if there's one aspect of Destiny that has been missing for a very long time, it is that feel of being that MMO shooter. I think many of us would love nothing more than to be dropped down into a huge open space with other players, with a world that truly feels alive and dangerous, with secrets that are out there that you can unlock, whether you have a pre-made fire team or just people you randomly bumped into while roaming around. One of the most peak moments inside of Destiny 2 history was when we randomly discovered the Whisper mission on Aya. Again, another thing where we just bumped around in a patrol zone to suddenly start seeing these blights pop up, and hot damn it, what a trip that was. Destiny 2 has lost that edge of surprise. Everything is broadcast, everything is disclosed to us, and that ruins that sense of exploration and mystery that a D3 desperately needs. And this seems to be something that resonates with many other people that play D2. Like, there's a lot of people that's like, yeah, I wish the game had mystery again. I wish I didn't know which exotics were about to drop. And look, this is coming from somebody that goes to different capture events leading up to an expansion. But let's be real, guys. For years, even before they started doing these capture events, we already knew what was coming with every single expansion and season. Hell, it's broadcasted on every trailer. It's right there in your season pass. That exotic armor piece, don't worry, there's going to be a guaranteed drop source. You simply just have to do the legendary campaign. And let me just say, even if those exotics are powerful, hell, some can even be build defining, they're not remembered in the same way that our exotics were back in Forsaken. And I bring up Forsaken because that's really the last time we had an immense amount of rarity inside of Destiny. But that level of rarity made you covet people with certain items. I wanted Ursa Furiosa and Shards of Galanor so bad when Forsaken dropped. Why? It's not because I saw a trailer. It's because I saw someone use it against me inside of Crucible. I saw someone use back-to-back blade barrages inside of PvE. And I looked up their exotic that they were wearing, and I saw thy Shards of Galanor. And I knew I needed that exotic. When that Titan was going balls deep into me and all of my teammates at the same time, and he had wall hacks, overshield, and extra damage, I needed to know what that man was rocking. And lo and behold, it was a one-eye mask. When Wave Splitter was instantly melting me every time I peeked around a corner, I knew I had to have it. But these things were locked behind RNG, and Bungie was bold enough back then to make things rare. And not only did they make things rare, they locked things behind certain difficulties. Now, this is where I'm going to lose the rest of you. In my opinion, one of the beginnings of the end for Destiny is when they took away pinnacle weapons. Now, for those that don't remember, or maybe you didn't play back then, pinnacle weapons were essentially a hybrid. It was a legendary, but they were almost as strong, and in some cases, just as strong as exotics. But people might get FOMO! Not Forgotten, Mountaintop, Recluse, Breakneck, 21% Delirium. You see how I'm like rattling off these weapons? I don't have to go fetch these weapons in their names.
Fun weapon
no,
to use.
These things are lodged right in my noggin. Why? Because because every one of these weapons were
That was such a fun
absolutely
weapon to
meta.
use.
They were truly pinnacle weapons, and they required you to do certain feats. Most notably, the one everyone hated the most, play PvP, and in some cases required you to play competitive.
And then they didn't
You
update
wanna know
Gambit for
what
like 7 years.
absolutely revitalized the competitive playlist? It was adding pinnacle weapons. So many people were grinding comp to get high enough rank to get Luna's Howl. And then if you got max rank, you got an even better version of Luna's Howl called Not Forgotten. Dude, Bungie was so bold with this. And yes, there was a lot of players mauling over the fact that they didn't have these weapons, but that's the point. You're supposed to covet thy fellow guardian. If you don't covet them, what the hell's the point? You and I both have the same loot. The hell with that. I'm out here trying to measure my
Bungie
key.
better thank this
How
guy
I
for
measure
sticking
it
around.
is by the loot in my vault. And hot damn, I want my loot to be bigger. Now, some of you are going to call me elitist, but in my opinion, Bungie capitulating and removing pinnacle weapons, which is what they eventually did, was the beginning of the end. Yes, we had good years of Destiny after that, but the coveting of loot ended with that. After that point, everything simply had a price point attached to the weapon or the exotic armor piece. You knew exactly where to go to get that piece. It wasn't difficult. All you had to do was pay for the new expansion, and boom, you have it. I bring this up, guys, because a Destiny 3 cannot have the same business model, and in this case, loot model that Destiny 2 has had. You have to create loot that other Guardians covet, and you'll never get there by just simply handing out free candy. By the way, this is a lesson that Bungie learned a long time ago. They handed out free candy back in D2 vanilla launch, when you can get every exotic in the game by simply doing heroic public events. Which takes me to the final point here with this video. Bungie, you have got to quit repeating mistakes. The mistake of just handing out free candy is just one example. The portal is another mistake that Bungie themselves didn't even make before. They actually avoided it. Back during a GDC panel in 2016, Bungie explains how they created essentially what was the portal, but they eventually scrapped it because it took the soul out of Destiny. Fast forward to 2025, I think you know the rest. Bungie still added the portal. And I know there's some things worth trying. There's some things worth testing. And hell, I guess if there's anywhere you should test things, it should be here in Destiny 2. But if this was a feature that you yourselves analyzed as being bad back in 2013 when you originally removed it from your game, then fellas, it's a good chance that's still bad today. And objectively on paper, the portal made sense. But I personally think it's the straw that broke the camel's back. What the portal really represented was the loss of mystery and exploration inside of Destiny. A trend that Bungie has continued to push every single year. No matter how many times we've said we want the mystery back in Destiny, we want a sense of exploration, we want the game to feel like an MMO. If a Destiny 3 is being made right now, this needs to be an opportunity for Bungie to really sit down and narrow in on what worked and what absolutely didn't work. And I think the core North Star for Bungie going forward in regards to making a D3 needs to be what adds to the soul of Destiny. That right there. What is it that contributes to the soul of Destiny? And that is what makes your game memorable. It's what makes it stand out. And it's really what Destiny has lost. Destiny is still a fun game to play. I still enjoy jumping in, shooting weapons, popping bad guys, playing PvP. Hell, wielding a lightsaber is pretty cool. And dare I say, I even enjoy the narrative surrounding the 9. But that soul of Destiny has just eroded over time. Whether that's decisions by Bungie, whether it's player fatigue, whether it's just the ending to a saga. Whatever the case, I believe only a Destiny 3 can recapture that. Now, to circle back to our original point, Destiny 3 cannot exist while Destiny 2 is still breathing. That doesn't mean Bungie needs to shut down Destiny 2, but it definitely means Bungie is going to have to stop putting out content in Destiny 2. And look, I play this game, I make content for this game, but to be perfectly honest, if I gotta wait 2-3 years for a D3 and Destiny 2 go dark, then so be it, man. And I guarantee some people are still gonna be playing Destiny 2. But my big concern with this is that by trying to keep Destiny 2 alive, by trying to drip feed it content, this is going to erode and potentially even push off any potential of a Destiny 3. Now, I've mentioned different suggestions, little things that could possibly bridge the gap in between Destiny 2 and Destiny 3. Of course, only do it if it's actually something easy to do. But hear me out, guys. Destiny Classic. I'm just throwing it out there, fellas. You can give us a Destiny Classic in Destiny 2 with the 9 saga, wrap it up, give us Classic to mess around with for 2-3 years. We'll probably blow through it in less than 6 months, but it would be a good time. And then we all wait for a D3. So that's it, guys. Those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.
Hello, my name is Tom, and today
I gotta take a piss. Be right back. Ooh.
we're going to be talking about a guy named Jake. Not Jake Doolittle. It's Jake Weddle, and this guy is a comedian.
Drizzy. Drizzy.
But if you've ever heard about Jake Weddle, you probably don't know him from his status as a comedian. Instead, you probably know him because of Mr. Beast. He was featured in a video by Dogpack404 where he gave testimony on how Mr. Beast had apparently subjected him to a Russian sleep experiment style torture experiment thing video, and it did not go that well for him. Now at the time, a lot of people felt a lot of sympathy for Mr. Weddle and his experience. But in the past few months, as the Mr. Beast controversy has died down and Jake Weddle has fallen into obscurity, there's been kind of a souring in the the positive public image of Jake Weddle. A lot of people hate this guy, and today I want to find out why. It's kind of a cautionary tale in how to handle online attention and criticism and hatred and being made fun of, and I think that we're going to learn a lot. Now, Jake Weddle, as I said, is a self-described comedian hailing from North Carolina with ties to Mr. Beast's YouTube projects. His website credits him as Mr. Beast's head writer, and he appeared in a few videos as well. But as I said, his reputation doesn't really rest on his comedic chops. Instead, it rests on the fact that he was in part 2 of Dogpack's expose series on Mr. Beast. Dogpack 404, of course, being a very disgruntled employee who had a lot of problems with Mr. Beast and wanted to expose him. Now, I've discussed this video before. A lot of you have probably heard about it either from Dogpack's original video or from all of the commentary channels who talked about it at the time. But in this video, Jake gave testimony as a former employee who had a less than positive experience working there. At one point, Jake even claims that he was set up to become the sort of 4th banana he thought he was going to become.
But I'm saying, hold on.
So you can cut me off, but I can't cut you off?
It's been almost a month.
Since what? Since anything?
And then before that, it was almost a month. Do you not think I'm attractive? Do you think I'm fat? Do you think I'm ugly?
No. Guy, you're f***ing it. He's spending a shit ton on only
Hammer Elite is the best YouTube membership on the platform. And for the rest of the
Not happening, bud. Sorry.
Sign up for Hammer Elite in the
But you
description.
guys should.
Comment below and submit
Just
proof
kidding.
of purchase
Subscribe
at
to me first,
hammerelite.com.
and then Caleb Hammer.
Hi, my name is Alyssa. I'm 20 years old.
My name's Ethan. I'm 21 years old, and we're from Fort Worth, Texas.
And this is Financial Audit.
Yes, it is. Thanks for coming down from Dallas, Fort Worth to Austin, Texas. Happy to have you guys here. Alyssa, you're the one right in front of me, so let me start with you. What do you do for a living in Fort Worth?
I work at a retail store, and I also, on the side, work as a barista at a coffee shop.
Yes. We know. And retail, what's your position at retail?
I do sales. Retail sales.
Okay. I mean, what's retail sales?
I sell items in a retail store. Like I don't.
In what capacity? There's actual sales and then there's sales.
So I don't get paid like commission. I get paid hourly.
Okay, what do you make?
$18.50 an hour.
And how many hours a week are you getting from that?
40.
Now you are 20. I'm not going to criticize having any of these jobs by any means. Not at all. What hits your account per paycheck cycle for that job?
After my health insurance, like $1,000.
And what's that paycheck cycle?
Biweekly.
$2,000 a month. Okay. And barista job, which I would trust your they them latte. I would be very excited.
I make a good latte.
We know. That's what I'm saying. How many hours a week are you working in that? What do you make?
Average of about 20 to 25. So $10 an hour plus tips.
Okay, cool. And what hits your paycheck per paycheck cycle there? Typically average.
Average about 700.
So you're working your ass off.
I work about
700 every other week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I work about 67 hours between both jobs. Average.
You're grinding so much. Why are you grinding so much with nothing to show for it? 3,400 is what hits your account on a monthly basis, by the way, which, by the way, for Fort Worth, 40,000, 41,000 net at 20, I'm not at all complaining with the amount of hours you're working. Sure, it's a grind, but I'm not at all complaining at your age.
I mean, it definitely, because I had a higher paying job right out of high school. That it kind of sucks because I was working less hours, but I was getting paid more. So that kind of sucks.
That kind of sucks, sure, but you're grinding right now.
I am.
Why are things?
I don't know.
We know why, because of the intro.
Like a little fun. A little
fun. Well, I hear that you're literally having to take care of a man-child and raise him from your own words, is what you told my producer, which is the only thing I read on this list before I come in, because I come in blind with the audience. But it literally says, she told me she has to raise her man-child boyfriend. And you're out there grinding 60 hours a week or so to raise him?
He does work around the house.
Oh, so now that you're on camera, you're like, okay, let me defend him a little.
Yeah, I definitely, because he works.
She does work her ass off. That's
an
crazy.
average of about 32 hours a week.
Doing what? What do you do?
I work in retail. I work in the warehouse section of retail.
Okay, and what do you make in this position?
16.
What hits your paycheck?
About
16.
$1,000 biweekly. It's like 900 to 1,000.
At least from what
You have to pay for health insurance. I don't.
Yeah,
You're
but
on your parents?
Yes.
when we were talking about like our average paychecks before, it was like 8 to 900, sometimes 7.
Yeah,
because they
but-
cut his hours a little bit recently.
Yeah, they cut my hours for this past schedule because we were over labor.
But it's like I see it as like, they can't just send you home all the time. Like they can't just always.
So
send you home.
they don't send me home. They'll just cut my hours. Like whenever I was at work.
Wait, how do you guys not even know this? This is the beginning of the conversation. How are you guys not even aligned on this? If this is literally happening.
I'm never home, so sometimes I don't know when he's home. I mean, yeah, like I can check his location if I want to, but sometimes I don't know when he works.
Well, it's not checking location. It's a different perspective on the hours that he is working and why and how. You guys are already disagreeing about that. How?
I just don't like. I feel like
Who's right?
I feel like I'm right. Like I feel like I don't know when he's home all the time, but I know what days he works and I know what days he doesn't work because he has the same days off every week. So if he has the same days off every week and he's working the same shifts every week, how does he not have the same hours?
I can already tell this is a dynamic conversation between both of you. That's what the focus is here. Because, I mean, I immediately have this. Alyssa is convinced she's the only functional
I know how
adult in the relationship.
he's comfortable lying to his
Through
girlfriend. Look at the color of his hair.
You had with Colton. Your lip is shaking. Uh-oh, she's nervous.
Duh.
Well, Ethan is convinced that Alyssa's controlling, dramatic, and needs to relax.
Need to relax.
I mean, these are what you guys said independently to our producer.
This
Colin,
guy
not
is a
Colton.
piece of
Now, I know
shit.
You guys are sitting here.
I would never. My wife is the breadwinner, and I would never.
From the audience, and you can
that is crazy. I'm closer to one of those Jews up in Kiryas Joel, dude. I'm studying Torah right now.
A little nervous. If that's what you're saying behind the scenes, it seems like out of the gate, the dynamic in this relationship is. I don't know how we deal with anything financially if like we have someone that thinks they're adult running the show, and you think that that person who thinks she's the adult running the show is actually a controlling.
I mean,
what the fuck is going on here, guys?
So my hours are mostly consistent.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the dynamics that you guys said and laid out to Colton before you guys came on. The dynamics in this relationship, the adult versus the.
Because the reason
no, the money. Okay.
That, like I am working my ass off. Like I'm working almost 70 hours a week.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Because I want to be able to. I want to be able to put myself in a better position, and
hold on, like that's telling yourself, not you guys, yourself. This isn't. We're not approaching this as a couple. Are we married?
No.
How long have we been dating?
Year and a half.
Okay, so yourself.
And we want to be married.
Sure, but you just said yourself. That is telling. Did you hear that?
Because
she's not thinking as a couple. She is not thinking as the future together. She's thinking herself.
When I think of myself. Like, it's not just myself in the sense of I'm only taking care of myself because I also.
Okay, well, that's what you said.
I combine it as like I want to get myself in a better position because I also want him to be in a better position as well. Like I have to be able to work on myself as well.
Okay, that's an interesting cope rollback right there to try to look better. What? That's not even an answer. That's not what? I want to do better for myself so he's better for himself?
Yeah, because you have to be better. You have to be
you have to be a good partner if you're working on yourself from a personality perspective. Well, you have to be good individually
to also be good for someone else.
Okay, potentially, but I don't think that's where you were going, if we're being honest, until I called out how you said it, the language that you used. But either way, you say you're the only functioning adult in the relationship. Tell me about that.
Because I know when my bills are. I know what my bills are. I know what all I owe. I know when it's going to come out. And I have to, remind him or ask him, do you know when this is coming out? Are you paying on your Amazon card? Are you paying on this card? Are you making sure all of your bills are paid?
So it is like being a mother.
A little bit, yeah.
That's draining. That would be upsetting. She has to mother you for you to grow up and stand up in this household and be a contributor to the relationship, especially if you guys are looking to get married. You need her to mother you?
I mean, it has gotten a lot better than it was before.
Is
What,
whatever
you or
guess in
her?
the history of the
Bro,
world says.
you're
How about let's actually
pathetic.
talk about what's going on? She feels like she has to mother you. In fact, direct crow is she says that she feels like she babysits you. So talk about that. Not the.
Why are you
"Hey,
looking
it's
annoyed?
got a
You're
lot
a
better,"
baby.
because that's the ultimate deflection that every guest used when they're being challenged on something that is actually going on in the feelings of another person, where she herself is saying that she feels like she has to mother you, babysit you. No, they got a lot better. That is not the response. Face the actual reality.
I mean, she does definitely have to.
Why?
In certain aspects, just
Why?
'cause
Why do you accept that?
Stupid answers for 200.
I don't really know, honestly. Like,
I didn't sign up to be a product, but apparently I just might be. This
Look,
right
my
here,
wife and I-
it is a multi-page report from a
shit.
data broker listing
Dude, this is
everything
crazy.
they know about me. Phone number, income, home value, how
She
many
makes more money than
bedrooms
me,
there
but
are. It's weird.
we're not on this
And
show.
no, I didn't give them permission. They just took it. The entire data broker industry survives off of one thing: your apathy. They're banking on you not caring, not checking, not fighting back. And honestly, most people don't. These companies treat your personal life like a clearance rack. It is disgusting. So I use Aura. Aura is today's sponsor, and they actually do something about this mess. They scan these shady sites for your info, send removal requests, and follow up again and again until your data stays off. Most services quit after one email, but Aura keeps pushing. So try Aura for free for 14 days at aura.com/hammer. That is more than enough time for Aura to start deleting your digital paper trail. Now, let's get back to the show, hopefully with fewer companies stalking you.
she
Making a cup of coffee. It's intense. Hey, big girl. Big girl. All right, hombres, I'm back. Oh. Oh. And I'm dead.
She's better when it comes to understanding money and like budgeting and all that.
That's why sometimes like I think about, because we don't have like one checking account. Like we both have our own checking accounts. That's why I ask him all the time, has this come out yet? Has this come out yet? Are you going to need money for this? Do you have money for that? And so I'm like, would it be beneficial for us to just have one checking account so I can take care of all of it? But then I think,
but then he can't.
Should
pay
I
for
really
OnlyFans.
have to take care of all of it? I mean, like,
should she really have to take care of all of it?
No, she
So
shouldn't.
why do you allow it?
Like I went through
Why do
his
you guys
mail
get
one
married?
day.
Because my wife, all the bills come out of my wife.
I went
when
through
was
his
checking
mail
account.
one day because
Granted,
he was out of
I
town on a
put
work trip
$2,600
for
in
a
it each month,
separate,
but
not with the retail company.
ain't no reason
He
why
was
you
doing
couldn't
some
work that
side
out.
work. And I checked the mail and I found his Amazon payment had come in, and I opened it and it said he had a late payment.
Bruh, the f is going on with you?
Well, so what I showed her,
But he
and
told me that he made the payment.
Yeah, so it was, I paid it because on the statement it showed it was like what, the second or the third or something that
know.
it came in.
Bro, fuck you,
but
Caleb.
I paid it before the statement.
I'm
came
playing
in.
games.
Before the.
He said he doesn't have access to like his Amazon account.
No, I have access
Like-
to it now because before it
Well, at
wasn't
the
letting me make an
time-
account.
Like it said he said at the time that he didn't have access to his Amazon account to make the payment. So, but
Were you not making payments before?
No, okay, so I was making payments, but when she sent me that, I had made the payment before, but then I was trying to log in to show her that I'd made the payment, and I didn't have like a user ID at the time for the Synchrony Bank or whatever they
he
go
said
through.
he was paying it as a guest, but I don't
Yeah,
get
'cause
how
it-
you pay it as a guest.
Because all you had to do was you just had to enter in your card information, and that was it. It was your card information and then the last four of your social.
Okay, well, listen, here's the fact. She's wondering if she needs to take extra control by combining checking accounts to extra baby you because she is seeing that you are not able to take care of things behind the scenes. And we're talking marriage?
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
What she told Colton specifically is that she's been in relationships like this before and never wanted to do it again. How is marriage even on the possible future? How is it even in the possible future?
And
if
it's
she
like-
has vowed to never go through this again, and you're taking her through the mud again.
And I do really want to get married. Like I wanted to get married at like 2 or 3 years, and we're already approaching like our 2 year.
Mhm.
But he says, I want to get married when we're financially stable, when we have money to do it. And I'm like, so what are we going to do it? Like, yeah, I get, I have my own habits. He has his own habits. But like, if I like
gonna
feel like I
come
have
out.
to go through his mail to make sure that he's making a payment that he says he's making. Cause I
Yeah,
had a feeling, I was like, cause he would say
Why'd
my
you have a feeling?
balance.
Yeah, tell me.
He said, I have a balance of $700 on my card, or I have a balance of $600 on my card. I'm like, why is the balance changing? If you say you're not spending on it, why is the balance changing? Like, why do you suddenly owe $100 less?
Oh, son
But,
of a bitch.
interest is also a
What do
thing.
you think it is? Lies or ignorance?
I just think he doesn't know.
So ignorance.
Because I check my statements every day. I check my statements every day. I check my Discover card every day. Like, I know.
How do we correct the lack of no? If he doesn't give a is he showing any effort to try to correct the lack of no?
I mean, I have.
What? She had to go through your mail to find out.
I do look at it. I wouldn't say I look at it as much as she does, like how she looks at her statements. I'll look at my statement like when I pay it, and then I'm like, okay, I'll need to pay it by, like, I know my Amazon card is the 2nd of each month. So I'm like, okay, I have, until the 2nd to pay it. And then when I look at it, I'm like, okay, I have $40 to pay next month, and then I'll pay it.
But
and
it's
then,
like I said, I always know how much money is on my cards because I check it literally every day. And I'm not saying you have to check it every day, but like you're telling me almost every time that we talk about it that the balance is different. Like, so unless you're either getting something on it, then you're not telling me, or you're just not being honest about it. Like, how does that just change?
I mean, other than that late payment, that's the only thing that has changed because I don't use the card anymore.
So then why can't you give me an exact number when I ask what the balance is?
Because I don't look at the number. Because okay.
That's exactly
so,
what I
no,
said.
To me, what I don't really care about looking at the number because, like, I'm going to pay it anyways. So as long as I know how much I have to pay and when I have to pay it, then...
So, like, this is what I'm talking about, though. Like, how I've said I make a $300 payment here or I make a bigger payment here. Like, you know the minimum payment you have to make, but how do you plan on paying it off in less than however long it's going to take, just making your $48 payment without, like, oh, I need to make a bigger payment here. I have extra money to make a bigger payment here.
Because I don't always just make the minimum payment.
Yeah, we used to do auto pay on your cards, and then you used to have to dispute the auto pay because you didn't have enough money to do it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Why do you think he has the lack of care into investigating and finding out kind of what's going on?
I feel like we grew up very different financially. Like, his dad makes so much money.
So he grew up rich?
Pretty much grew up with a lot of money. I grew up, like, my parents were really lucky that the house we lived in, because we're not from Texas, so their house was a lot cheaper.
Texas is pretty cheap, but okay.
$600 a month for a 3-story house on 2 acres of land.
Well, it depends when you buy it, but sure.
I mean, they rented.
Okay. Well, either way, okay, so you had...
my parents would struggle with that.
Yeah, struggle with the $600 month payment. That's pretty brutal. So you grew up rich and privileged, so now you're not actually looking at shit?
So
you don't have to fight for anything?
When I was growing up, my dad, he wouldn't let me, like, with my own personal paychecks I would get, he wouldn't let me buy anything that I wanted. So
boo.
I feel like
wait, your own personal paychecks, how old were you?
16, 17, I was working my own job.
I was for all of my stuff, though. When I got my first job when I was 14.
Even when we were when we first started dating, my dad would not let me spend my money. And
what does that mean?
Like, he wouldn't let me spend money on things that I wanted. Like, if I wanted to go
What
out,
are you asking for? What were you trying to do? What do you mean he wouldn't let you? How would he not let you? Did you not have access?
If I wanted to go get a new pair of shoes or something, I would come home and I would get
$2,000 building your PC.
Yeah, but that was over the span of like a year. That wasn't
but that is a shit ton of money when working like a part-time minimum wage job in high school.
If I would go and get like shoes or something, he would yell at me about spending $100-something on shoes, and I'm like, it's my money.
Well, sure, your money, but maybe trying to teach discipline and budgeting.
Well, his dad also bought everything for him, though. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, his dad still pays for some of his stuff. Which, don't get me wrong, like, my mom still pays for some of my stuff here and there.
It's okay at your ages. I don't have a problem with that, but it is enablement or the lack of learning things. Maybe he was trying to teach you that you need to actually value money. You shouldn't just blow it all, and you should possess on the side.
Yeah.
Well, what was he trying to say? What was he saying?
He would literally just say you need to stop spending money, and that was it.
Was it correct?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
In the grand scheme of things, it was. Looking back at it.
So what? How are you taking that? You're using that as a cope for why you're now?
Well, I think
because that's what you brought up, big guy.
Part of the way I look at it is, if I have the money to pay for the stuff that I need to pay for, and then if I have some remaining money over, then I'm gonna spend it.
But he does that, but he also doesn't, like, he's not saving anything. Like, yes, I do the same thing to an extent, but I have a savings.
And how are we getting to a marriage if we're so disconnected on our goals and what we want to do?
I just hope we can win a game.
I understand different backgrounds, so that's okay, but you guys are coming one into a partnership. How the fuck are we even gonna get that? I mean, she calls you an instigator, enabling her, but you blame her for enabling your spend. So he blames you, by the way. He blamed you to Colton for enabling his spending.
I don't feel like I enable the spending. I feel like we both spend. Like, he can go buy stuff on his games. I don't tell him to buy stuff on his games.
Why do you say that? Why did you say that to Colton, that she enables you to spend?
I think what we said was that it's more of, if she wants, like, if we want to go out and do something, like, she pays for one thing, I pay for one thing. And then
but how is that enabling if we're splitting it?
This guy's a pussy.
Well, like,
I don't like this guy.
That would be me saying, I'm going to have you pay for all of this, and it's not coming out of my bank account, but it still affects us. Like, we live together. Like, we pay the same bills. Like, how is that enabling if, like, we agree to go do something? Like, you asked me if I wanted to go see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we can't do anything. I'm not trying to say that at all. But again, we're throwing each other under the bus. You call him an instigator. You call her enabling spending your money. I'm not saying we can't do anything. I'm not saying we shouldn't treat ourselves here and there, especially within a budget. I mean, okay, combined household income for you guys right now, net. We got the $3,400 from Elisa, and $1,800 from Ethan. That's $5,200 a month. It's not half bad at our ages. That's not even close to bad. I'd say that a pretty powerful position. $62,400 a year. You're in that median for the area in terms of net income. You guys ain't doing half bad. Well, we're not aligned at all.
And it's just like, that's what sucks to think about sometimes is like, that sounds like a good number.
It
Like,
is.
it sounds like a
Especially
great
for
number.
your age. It's well above your age.
Like, again, I'm working like almost 70 hours a week.
Okay, 70 hours a week for what? What does the household spend going out to eat last month?
I mean, we kind of died down going out to eat.
200 maybe?
But
It's interesting
yeah.
how he keeps saying they've gotten better when I have the numbers literally right in front of them, dumbass.
Well, I mean, we have. Like, we used to go out to eat like
So what
every
was the
day.
number, Ethan?
About 200. But before is way worse.
200.
Okay. Yeah, it was $946.87. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? That's not pulling out of my ass. An accountant looked through your numbers and made the spreadsheet for me. What the fuck are you on about? Got better? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you don't look at shit. She said you don't look at shit. She had to go into the mail to look at your shit because you don't look at your shit. You can't say 200. I don't know how you said 200. You say you look at your shit. But combined as a household, it was nearly
So I do feel like because
$1,000.
I have recently started eating out more than I did before because I work 2 jobs. I work like one of my jobs is 5 minutes away from my house. The other
I
job
get that,
is
but
20
now
minutes
you're
away
just
from my
working
house.
more hours so that you can eat out.
But when I eat out, it's only like $10
because you're
He
working
eats out
more. You're
almost
working more
every
'cause
day.
you're eating out.
Like
Then
he
how can you
works-
say 200, Ethan?
He works
Wake
5
up,
minutes
Ethan.
away.
Ethan, wake up.
I am awake.
That doesn't sound like it.
How are you saying 200?
I mean, it just
Because-
doesn't feel like it's.
No, think of it this
was
way: that if you go
much.
to Chick-fil-A almost every single day, you're at work, which is right down the not even down the street, like it's in the next parking lot from where you work, and you spend $12 every day you're at work on Chick-fil-A. Do you think that it doesn't add up over 30 days?
I mean, yeah.
I don't like the color of her hair, but she's smarter than
I
him,
don't
too.
always get Chick-fil-A though. Like I know I get it
Buddy,
majority of the time, but I
$1,000.
don't get it every day.
$1,000 going out to eat is what this household did.
And yeah, when we go out to eat, we'll spend maybe, I think the max we spend is usually $70 when we go out together. But like we do that maybe twice a month. So obviously if we're eating out on our own, which like I said, I usually pack my lunch now. So I pack my lunch.
You just said you ramped up eating out. You guys make no sense. You're contradicting each other. You're owning yourself.
It's like half and half now. So
half and half is insane. Half and half is crazy. That is way too much money. What are you talking about?
Because yesterday I packed my lunch, but I forgot my lunchbox at home. So I was already.
That's a day. That is not half the days, you tit. What are you talking about?
Well, because
that is a one-time cherry-picked excuse. That is not. Let's talk about student loans. I know it's something we all avoid talking about, but if your private student loans are crushing you, Y-Refi might be exactly what you need. They don't rely on your credit score alone. They look for borrowers who have the desire and the ability to repay. That is a game changer in a market where most lenders only see a number. Interest rates under 6% guaranteed. That's practically a unicorn in student lending. Plus, they offer structured payment plans to lower your monthly bill and even a co-signer release program so your mom and dad can step off the hook. Y-Refi is known for their personal service. No faceless call centers. You get a dedicated rep who actually cares about your progress. They've got a 4.6 star rating on Google, which tells you people genuinely like working with them. So if your private student loans are burying you, it is time to reach out. Y-Refi wants to help you climb out of debt, not push you further into it. Check them out at yrefy.com/hammer. That is YREFY.com/hammer, or call 888-973-3978. That is 888-973-3978. Break free from the high interest trap and get your finances under control once and for all.
Well, it's happened before because, like I said, I work 2 jobs. I work
the
2
days.
jobs. So
Half
when
the
I
days
go
you
to one
forget
job
your
in the morning and I'm
lunchbox.
there at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I have to be at my second job at 1, and I don't leave my first job until 12. I go straight from my first job to my second job, and I don't have any food in the morning other than what I can make at my job in the morning. So then, yeah, sometimes I do have to buy lunch.
Here's a little fun fact of the second job you have that brings in $1,400 a month. 1,000 of it is going out to eat. You are working so that you can go out to eat, so that you can work, so that you can go out to eat. You wouldn't have to work so much if you didn't spend all your
money.
But that's combined though. So
It is
how do
combined. Call it half. You're still working your fucking ass off. And he's suggesting you go out to eat more than him anyway.
how would I go out to eat more than you?
Oh, you say you go half the days.
Maybe half the days I work, but he goes almost every day he works.
Ethan?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I do go more than she does.
Why? You make less. What the fuck are we talking about?
And it's like we buy stuff to meal prep. Like
'Cause
we buy chicken and
they don't think
rice
about
and we
it.
plan to make the
Trust
food.
me, I've been in
but
that hole.
sometimes
Not
I
like
don't do
this,
it because
How do we fail? How do we fail? Are we just
When I was
completely
working at Dairy
lazy?
Queen
Ethan
when I
and
was
White
16.
Frogan together at last, finally, and they're just going out to eat
This is crazy.
every day of their lives?
well, like I said, like we buy stuff to meal prep, but I don't always get the time to meal prep because I work all the time. I don't get home
No, that's not
until
what meal prep is. Meal prep is
But
in the
no, what
limited
I'm
time you do
saying-
have. You
I'm
meal prep
saying
so
is
that in
he's
those
home
long
more.
days
What I'm
you
saying
warm
is
it up.
he's home more. So, because he likes to cook.
Well, why
He likes
aren't
to
you
cook.
doing? Why aren't you doing?
Because he
any
doesn't know
extra
how to cook the
shit?
chicken. He doesn't
Yeah,
know how to cook.
Are you,
Like,
are you,
It's not hard to
then
cook.
the way
Dude,
that you do
chicken's
it.
my
Don't
favorite.
make it the way she does.
he used
cook
to
the
use our
chicken.
grill all the time, and the chicken he makes on the grill is really good.
Yeah,
You
but
have, what
our
is wrong
grill's
with?
fucked up, so.
Buy a new grill?
Huh?
We can
Huh?
buy a new grill.
Boil it.
You know how many times
British!
I've asked
Boiled
him to get a
chicken,
new
no.
one?
No, I'm just saying you can cook it in so many ways. Put it in the fucking stove. It's the easiest damn thing you've ever done in your life.
Like we bake chicken with the foil wrap things that you make. Like you've done that before.
We didn't do chicken. We do sausage.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my goodness, what is wrong with you? Are you miscellaneous bullshit? This could be video games. This could be, I think, stopping in and getting an energy drink. That kind of stuff. Miscellaneous bullshit. Proven miscellaneous bullshit. What do you think that was last month? It's just all that extra stuff outgoing that is not going out to eat, but it is bullshit. Could be a la boo boo. What do you think?
I'd say probably 500.
Okay.
I was gonna say 500.
Okay, $2,659.43. You guys are broken. You guys are broken. You guys are broken. Take that, combine it with your going out to eat spending, and oh, that's your entire income. Already gone. More? No, not even close. That's bullshit spending. $946. By the way, there were other large purchases of $1,590. We don't know exactly what those are yet. They could be bullshit, they could be not, but provable bullshit was $3,606.30. He's the villain, she's the villain. You guys are both the villain. You're spending 70% of your household income on you bullshit, contributing nothing, just fun, slop bullshit.
Well, it's like I see it as like
You're
it
working for
doesn't hurt,
bullshit.
but I like some of that bullshit.
That's good, but you can't complain about work anymore because you're not working for necessities. You're working for bullshit. So it's now I'm no longer giving. I wanted to give you a handshake at the beginning, like she's grinding so she can take care of the household. No, you're grinding for wants, so you can no longer complain about your grind. You're only grinding for the things you want. You wouldn't have to if you weren't spending all your money on bullshit. You could cut your hours, absolutely. Probably not anymore because we got to pay off debt, but before, yeah, you didn't need to do all this.
I don't want to work like 2 jobs longer than
I don't give a
like
obviously
3
you want the
months.
bullshit more than not wanting to work those jobs because you're working those jobs to pay for your bullshit. What was it, 3,600? F you. What are you talking about? It's twice his income. What are you talking about?
But again, like with that being combined,
Yeah.
like I don't know
70% of your combined income. Yes.
I don't know what he spends his money on. Like I don't
At all?
know.
Do we not have these conversations at all? We're planning to get married and you don't know what he spends his money on.
Like he'll tell me every once in a while that like he'll buy something on his game or like I mean I just assume every day that he's going out to eat. Like I just assume because I know he doesn't pack his lunch and if we don't meal prep, he doesn't take lunch with him other than like if we have leftovers from we went out to dinner the night before or something.
Guys, what was our outflow last month? Outflow. We know your inflow, about that 5,200. What was your outflow? Outflow.
I don't think it would be more than what we make.
Ethan?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was more than what we make.
I don't know how it would be if I'm barely spending on my credit cards anymore.
Well, if it's
what do you think, big guy?
I think maybe 4,000.
Okay.
45.
Ethan.
I think around there too.
Okay,
Come up with-
$6,411.17.
Jeez.
You guys can't guess shit to save your lives.
We were closer this time though. We were closer than the first time
closer.
we
Still,
guessed.
you're broken. Do you guys not talk at all? Do you guys not communicate? Because you guys have no idea what the is happening in this household.
I feel like
not
it's,
for a single
like we
moment.
haven't. I feel like because I used to ask him questions a lot more, but when he was,
or that's not an engagement ring.
it's a
but
promise ring.
Okay, I was gonna say because we're getting there. That is the finger.
Yeah, it's a promise ring.
He has a gay one. Okay.
It's Darth Vader. It was his early Christmas present.
No, I love Star Wars. I don't give a fuck about your passion about Star Wars. You guys don't talk.
Well, it's like when he was out of town and I found his statement, like I texted him, if you don't want to talk about this stuff anymore, fine, I'll take care of me, you take care of you, but I'm
Show
not
me.
going to split the text.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and don't you worry. We're going to go all through those text messages and find the drama in the post show. We always do. Hammer Elite #1 on YouTube for a reason.
It was a while ago, so it might
Keyword
take a second.
search.
I feel like we don't
That's
really
it.
we don't really talk about that stuff over text.
No! Or
Over
talk about that
text.
stuff at all.
I mean,
Ethan.
we don't like a lot really.
When did we go to
Ever?
Buffalo?
September.
You went to Buffalo?
His dad paid for it.
So you went to Buffalo?
It was my first NFL game.
In Buffalo?
I don't know anything about football, so I was fine with just, like, I was happy to be there. It was my first NFL game.
First NFL game? You live in Fort Worth.
Yeah, but the
Okay.
Cowboys suck ass.
Huh?
The Cowboys suck ass.
How are the Buffaloes?
Good as
The
shit.
Buffaloes.
I think it's on McMillan. I mean, he's got it up top, but I thought he lost it as he was falling toward the ground there.
You had to go to Buffalo
Hey.
for it. Buffalo!
We went to Niagara
Canada.
Falls.
We did go to
That's
Niagara
nice.
Falls.
That's
Oh,
nice.
so
Here we go. Here comes the slot. Give it to me. Give it to me.
so it's kind of a long conversation.
Oh, I bet it is. Take me to the top. And this is what I live for. We're putting it on screen. We're blurring out names. It starts with, "What you doing?" from her. Ethan says, "Taking a shit." She says, "Your Amazon card is over the limit by $100 plus and you're late on your payment." Ethan says, "My payment just went through. I paid $150. She says, "I'm looking at the statement right now. You told me it was like at $800.
Which
when
he
you
did.
Shh, quiet. When you looked at your bill a few weeks ago, because you said you needed to pay it at the beginning of October, it literally says it's late, and your minimum payment is now $200 plus. I don't know why you're like not telling me this stuff. Like, you told me you looked at your Amazon card when we talked about this about a week ago and told me it was around $800. I'm upset because I don't even know what to do about this anymore. Like, I try helping and telling you that you can be honest with me and I won't be upset. But seeing that it's over the limit and late makes me feel like it just went over my head. I'm not trying to blow up about it. I'm just upset. You're kind of blowing up about it.
Well,
If
I
it
was
says,
upset.
well, okay, I don't know why it's showing it's $200 plus and late when I paid $150 3 days ago. And that was more than what my minimum was. It's not even letting me log into the account, so I can't even prove it 2 days ago. Correction. She says, "You don't need to prove it. I'm looking at the statement. You have a late fee." He says, "No, I do need to prove it because clearly you're not believing me that I paid it when I did." We'll see it in these statements. She says, and then you say, Ethan says, "They print the statements out early." She says, "Okay, if you said you paid the $150, that's fine, but it doesn't lie about the fact that you have a late fee, meaning you did not pay in time for September, or you didn't pay September at all. Also, it doesn't change the fact that you told me there was about $800 on your card. I'm not going to argue about this. Call them or something and see if they've waived the fee, the late fee, maybe, I don't know. I'm done talking about this stuff because I really don't feel like it's going to do anything anymore. I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed." That's the heavy hitter. "And it's not just wrong of me to be upset. And it's not wrong of me to be upset with you telling me one thing and saying it's otherwise. Like, I was feeling better about this stuff after we talked about it. And I felt like you reassured me the other, so you were manipulating her, kind of leading her astray. And it being okay. I don't feel like you're understanding it from my perspective. How are we gonna, like, save for anything, move out on our own? You guys don't live, oh my gosh. Pay for the boys' stuff. What's the boys' stuff?
That's kind of interesting.
Okay,
So,
hold on that. Get a house, get our own car insurance, be able to still go out and do the things we want if we can't be on the same page about this stuff. I'm not going to drown like my parents do. Take care of it and be honest with me, she says. thing, the statement. You sent a screenshot of the minimum payment due. She sent in big ol', keeps going. Okay. This still doesn't change that you were late on your payment when you said you were going to take care of it, and that you told me last week your balance was around $800 because you said you looked. That is what I don't understand. If you want your own finances and I have my own life, fine. I'll leave you alone about it. But I don't know how you might expect us to progress and have stability with this stuff if you can't even talk about it or figure it out. All I've tried to do is help, babe. But I can't anymore if this is just what happens. That's why I asked specifically if you want me to help you with a budget. Write it out, look through your account with you. I've offered to take care of it for you, and you just say you've got it. Well, should you take care of it for him? I don't know about that. You should work with him, work with each other, help each other.
To do.
If you say you've got it, please don't let this happen again. I'm done talking about it now. He says, all right, I paid more on it, so not a problem anymore.
And it hasn't happened again.
And we'll see. I'm going to go through it. So what is the boy?
So do you want to explain or do you want me to explain?
So we have my 2 little brothers are living with us.
Uh-huh. Living with you, but it sounds like you guys live with someone.
We do. We have 2 roommates.
So it's
Oh,
us.
so you're not with your fam?
No.
No, we live together.
Okay.
We have
but
we have our own house, yes, but 2 roommates.
Okay.
So we have two teenage boys living with us.
They're 13 and 14.
Yeah. So that
you take care of them?
Yes.
Yours? Your brothers?
Yes.
From your rich parents?
No.
Oh.
From
How do you have other brothers?
From his mom.
My mom.
She left? She fled?
She's just not really.
That's fine. So you're taking care of them. So you got to. You guys are raising them?
Basically.
How old are they?
13 and 14.
Okay. What's the permanent solution on this? Are you guys with them until 18?
We don't necessarily have a permanent.
There's no other people in the family
right
that are
now,
more stable?
No, not at all.
And his dad doesn't
Why
even
is
know.
Rich dad not?
Because they're not his.
They're not his kids.
They're not his
but
kids.
it's still you.
My dad doesn't care.
There's this is the situation we came into, like, when he moved in. So originally I signed the lease of the house in November.
This November?
Last year,
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Last November, because our roommates were looking for a house because they had to move out of their house kind of by where my mom lived. So my roommates and I met at my old job. So we, the day that, they were talking about going to look at houses, they asked if I wanted to go with them. And, we found a house because my parents were looking at moving back to Ohio. So I was like, I'm going to need somewhere to live because I don't want to move back to Ohio. So
wait, but the kid's father has custody.
Yes, he does.
He has conservatorship.
Why doesn't he just do it?
Because he lives in a motel.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
So the thing is he makes the money to, Is
he a drug addict?
No, he's not.
Why is he in a motel?
Because he doesn't need a house. Because
it's just him.
In the sense, so
because
I've not needed a house.
The way that
house.
they did it, which makes zero sense to me, is he's the conservator, so he's the main one. He lives in a motel because he gave my mom full custody of them, basically. So
it's split custody, but it's conservatorship.
Split custody, but they would live with her basically full time and see him on the weekends.
Okay.
But
cool. So we're
makes
budgeting
enough for
in
a
them
house.
until we can figure out a situation, which that all of a sudden makes the 5,200 such a lot. Well, you need it to stretch further, and I don't understand how you can spend 70% of your money on bullshit if we have 2 kids to take care of. 2 teens to take care of.
We buy bullshit for them too.
I'm sure, but that's not what they need.
They have everything they need too, because
we'll see. I don't know how you guys are going further into debt if you can't pay your rent and you get evicted.
We've never been late on
This
rent.
is what everyone says until they can't, and then they get evicted.
Okay.
You guys you're headed down that dangerous path. That's what you don't understand. No one sees it while they're in the storm. Okay? You're in the storm. This is what every financial situation looks like when people are headed on their way to no longer being able to pay their bills. Takes one layoff. What happens if the income source gets disabled? Who knows? Gets hit by a car. You don't know. Life is crazy. Life is crazy. We are in an economic precarious situation. Interest rates not going down fast enough for the job market to fully recover because You know, inflation is not where the Fed wants it. Okay, very good. Job market's not great. We're having like interesting job growth. Some months negative, some months positive. You might get laid off. You might get laid off. We don't know. Retail might slow down. We'll see. Typically does in a recession. We don't know if we're in one. Well, you don't know. You cannot say that you are okay. You've paid rent up until this point. You guys are in a scary situation, and you're going further into debt. You spend more than you make, and 70% of it's on bullshit, so I don't want to hear that. So what they need is security. Do you have a fully funded emergency fund?
I have started. I have a savings.
You have started. You.
But at least starting is in the better direction than not having it at all.
But you would have a lot more if you weren't spending 70% on bullshit.
Well, I have $150 automatically deposited into my SoFi account every time I get paid.
If you guys break up, you're not taking care of the kid, you tit. So it doesn't even matter. He has nothing. Goes to Chick-fil-A every day. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think the combined household financial score is? 0 to 10, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best.
Probably a 4.
I think a 3.
If you want your financial score, get it for free at calebhammer.com. Take the assessment. Just takes a few minutes. It'll tell you where you stand in the world of money, where you need to improve, what you need to do to improve, and where you're already doing pretty darn great. So just check that out. Link in the description below. And if you don't want to be like a guest who ends up on the show, you got to download the DollarWise budgeting app. Best budgeting app out there. It caters to you instead of forcing you to do things like other budgeting apps. It's not ran by these private equity companies that are just trying to collect your information. It is an actual good budgeting app that works for you. Check it out, dollarwise.app. There's a free trial to see if you like it. And if you do, sign up for the annual version like the majority of users do, because you get my budget-friendly cookbook signed by me, mailed directly to you. And that only exists for about a month left, and then it's gone forever, can't be purchased. So check it out. Let's talk about Discover It. Whose card is this?
That's my card.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You are spending on this. You said you're not spending on cards. Liar. You.
I don't know.
Liar.
I literally don't know what the charge.
Okay, then shut the fuck up. What the fuck did we just do this entire 42 minutes leading up to this? You started with, I never spent. I look at my statements every day. How can you say you don't know what's happening about a charge that you said never happened? What are you doing? That's impossible. What a fucking lie.
Well, because I know.
Canceled. Die. Hey. What do you think about this? She just threw you under the bus for 42 minutes, and look at what just happened.
I mean, I know about that card.
Yeah, but she literally just nuked herself.
That's okay. So that's the card that we use, or I guess she uses, because I don't use it. I'm not an authorized user on it.
Big guy, I am talking about the fact that she said she looks at her statements every day and she doesn't spend on her credit card. Well, she did, and she doesn't know what it's for. How could she possibly say those things? Come on, she threw you under the bus for 42 minutes. What do you think about that perspective?
She'll buy Labubus. She'll buy blind boxes.
What is wrong with you?
We use.
I haven't bought a Labubu in like 2 months.
You almost bought one yesterday.
It wasn't a Labubu.
You were looking
same
yesterday.
Thing.
Come on, it doesn't matter.
It's a blind box. It's the same thing.
Gambling.
That's But I guess we use.
So I opened this card right before we got together.
She uses
so I don't give a fuck. You're using it while you are together.
Well, so what I'm trying to say is that I opened it right before we got together, and honestly, as soon as we got together was when I started spending on it. Because the only thing—
Hey, it's your fault. You hear that?
The only
you hear
thing
that, Ethan?
I put
it's her
on
fault
the
that
card
you guys got together and she's spending on the credit card because you guys got together. It's your fault, big guy.
The only thing I'd put on the card before we got together was my friend was going to Six Flags, and I asked my mom, should I put my Six Flags season pass on here? And she said, yes, as long as you pay it off right away.
Hear that, Ethan? It's your fault.
I mean,
well, I spent $400 on an Airbnb for us to go to Lake Whitney.
Hear that, Ethan? It's your fault.
She uses that for stuff that we go and do.
So see how you said we use it at first, and now it's I use it?
Well, because, I mean, you do use it. I'm not an authorized user on the card. I can't use the card.
Yes, but 9 times out of 10 when I use it, it's when we're together.
If you would let me finish, that's what I was about to say. She uses it when we go do stuff. So, Airbnb, we go to concerts or stuff. She'll use it for, concert tickets.
Like when we went to go see Bad Omens last year, I paid for all the tickets, I paid for all of the merch, I paid for all of the food. Like I paid for all of it with that card. I don't see him pulling out his wallet for that. That's what I'm saying.
It's a credit card.
Okay, is that not money that I still have to pay back?
It is, but it's
Well, how
it's
about when we
different
went to Lake
than-
Whitney and I spent the $400 on the Airbnb and I said, hey, I'll split it in half right now. I'll put it on my Discover card, but I need you to pay me back when the second half comes out, and you didn't.
You didn't? Did he agree to it?
Yes.
Where the
I
f-
probably
didn't
find
you,
it in my
dick?
texts.
Dick? Dick?
Is your credit cards good? Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
but
Your family hated it. In the post show, you did reveal that you were still receiving money from a client from your stripping days. Are you still receiving money from him?
I'm a very patient person. My mom is disabled. I have been taught patience.
Hey,
My family hated it. Should we get into that?
I would love for you to just use your words and not shut down to the point to where I do yell. Said that I would pay for the gun that we bought on your card.
So, are you safe, Pixie?
That's kind of fucking stupid, I'll be honest. But what's not is actually getting a checking account that gives you free money. Free money! We like free money. You can get up to $350 in bonus cash right now when you sign up for the checking account that I use, Chime. Also, it makes your savings grow at a 3.5 APY interest rate. Guys, you can watch Financial Audit and get free money at the same time. Who would have thought? That's incredible. Check it out. Link in the description below. Sign up for Chime. Get that $350 right now in your checking account.
So it's like, yeah, he'll say,
Why didn't
use
you,
it,
dick?
I use it.
Dick!
We just forgot about it. Like, it
We
never...
didn't forget about it. I reminded you like 3 times. But because that's what I'm talking about, that like we sell each other back and forth for everything because we do such a weird split. Like half of the time we pay for stuff with my cards. And
You said you don't spend on your card. The balance went up on this card. So you're backtracking
Probably
everything
because
you
of
said.
interest.
You're a
Not
liar.
that card.
Huh?
Like, when we sell stuff, it's debit. So, like, if we
Doesn't
go
matter.
to the
She's
gas
spending
station or
on this
whatever.
card. She said she doesn't. Liar.
I don't know what's
Liar.
on that card because I genuinely haven't used it.
You look at your
in so
statements every
long.
day. Liar.
I do. I do look at my statements every day. I'm not lying.
Liar.
It may be the interest charge, but I do not spend on that card anymore.
Liar. Liar. Dude, I literally see charges right here. And this is your most recent one, so I don't want to hear it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Hey, big guy, how long do you think this takes her to pay off if she doesn't purchase, which she's a liar, so she can't actually not purchase. How much and
is
she
on
only
there?
makes her minimum due payment. The balance is $2,943.44, which is up from the previous month with an $85 minimum due payment. If she only makes her minimum since she doesn't purchase, which she always does because she's a liar, how long does it take to pay off?
6 years?
That's interesting. 12. So that's 12 years of your marriage, maybe 11 years of your marriage is going to pay off her card from her little boo-boos, of which she purchases on. So it's actually going to be like 20 or 40 years. Thoughts, Ethan?
It's a long time.
Oh, that is a very well thought out thought. Insightful, even. That's a long time, Frogan.
Where are you getting this? What are
Looking
you
at
talking
you.
about? I don't know. Well, they said earlier that I look like Billie Eilish, so.
I could potentially see it. Do you have like the biggest tits in the world?
I mean, they're not bad.
Okay, well done. Dude, Billy?
I wish.
Oh my gosh, what up?
Billy.
Yeah,
Billy.
You wish for the life of back pain. I mean, you already
I
have
already
back
do.
pain, but
I have scoliosis.
She can have back pain, doesn't affect me. That's fine.
My wife. Yeah, buddy.
Okay, so yeah, Frogan.
Right.
12 years.
And like I said, I feel like, because most of this stuff,
So now
again,
it's feel like.
feel like,
We've
no,
gone
I
from
know
knowing
most
to
of this
feel like.
stuff that is on this card, like, yes, I do buy my trinkets here and there with this card. And that's
The card that you never spend on.
most of what was on that card to begin with, though, was from both of us, or things that I
the
would pay for
goalposts,
both
they
of us.
are moving. They are
Because
flying down
when
the
we
road.
got together, he was working an average of what, 20 hours a week? Maybe 25?
Bye-bye, goalposts. There they go. Not only did I not spend on the credit card, but now it's, well, yeah, but a lot of the spending before was because of, this bitch over here. This horrible
I feel
boyfriend.
So, like, when Discover was doing, like, their 5% back for groceries, that's the card we would use for groceries. So we would...
Goalposts, see ya. Oh, I can't even see them anymore. Damn, they're gone. Ooh. If only they were the size of Billie Eilish's tits, I could see them for miles. You said you don't spend on here.
I don't.
Oh, that's interesting. $38.55.
$38 is better than when I used to spend hundreds on it.
Oh, goalpost. There they go. Oh, fuck. Crossing the Atlantic now. $64.95 of interest accruing on a credit card that you cannot pay off because you only make your minimum payment that you are purchasing on. Why are we purchasing on a credit card that we cannot pay off that is accruing interest? What the fuck are you doing? What a disaster. What an embarrassment. You say he's holding you back?
At least
you want to get married?
I am not making late payments. At least I'm not making late payments. At least I'm making my payments on time.
How do you deal with this? It must be real nice if you're willing to put up for this. Ethan?
I mean,
Ethan, wake up.
I don't have any late payments. Not anymore.
Not.
That's. I wasn't necessarily asking you to do a rebuttal to her, but it's the fact that she is throwing you under the bus, her potential life partner. Anytime there's any valid criticism towards her, it's, yeah, but Ethan's a little. Sorry, I said that, not her. She says you're a little bitch.
I mean, she can throw me under the bus, but I mean, that's her card. Like
that I have spent.
Yes,
almost everything that's on there was for us.
I don't use Labubu's.
I pay for it. Okay, yes, you don't use Labubu's, but you know, it's everything, like the bigger purchases that have gone on that card, the trip to Whitney, the Bad Omens concert, the groceries.
Yeah,
that is for us.
Yes,
when
that is
when are you
for
gonna help me
us.
pay for it?
That is for us. But however much is on there, how much you say?
So you have to think, it was $400 to go to the Bad Omens concert, and then about $200 in merch, and then the Airbnb was $400, and then the groceries we bought in Whitney. That adds up a lot quicker than you think it does.
Yeah, I know it does, but that's still not.
It ain't Hello Kitty?
It's still not all of
it ain't Hello
what's
Kitty?
on there.
Not anymore, at least.
Uh-huh, says the person spending money. You're no longer a reliable source of information. Hello Kitty, that's what putting our future off is worth. That's more important than our kid brothers, our teen brothers that we're taking care of.
Well, they get Pokemon instead. I get Hello Kitty,
it's
they
more
get
important
Pokemon.
than making sure we have any kind of safety net whatsoever, just in case anything happens, and keep a roof over their head and utilities and food.
I have a roof over my head, or
You
I have
Hello
a blanket.
Kitties.
And he has. So it goes both ways. Yes, I have Hello Kitties. He has how much money put into his games?
How much money, Ethan?
I think I just looked the other day, and I think over this span of 10 years for my Steam account, it was like $3,000.
Chunky skins,
games.
It has to be more than that.
No.
If they're skins, sell them.
You can't
CSGO?
sell.
No,
no, not like that. Like
I want
other
to know
games.
how much you've spent on just Fortnite.
Oh gosh, I mean within
exactly.
But I mean that's also within
10 years, but it's still a big number.
Yeah.
So you can't say that I'm wrong for doing these things, but you'll do them too.
Yeah, but it's I mean it's not much different, but I mean at the same time those stuff like that's not on a credit card. Like my stuff was all
just because it's on a credit
debit.
card doesn't mean that you're not spending it.
Yeah, but I'm not in debt on it though.
But
I'm not still paying
you're
for
not
it.
putting anything into your savings.
Yeah,
so
but
you'll
I'm still
spend
not actively paying for a credit card though. I mean
Yes,
I am, but not
At
in
least
the
I
sense
pay on
of-
my credit cards. At least I'm not late on my payments.
I am paying on my credit cards. Just because I don't put the shit that I want on a credit card doesn't mean that I'm in the wrong, or it doesn't mean that it's any different. Like it's on a credit card.
It's no different than you saying I'm gonna like you buy like little things on your Best Buy card all the time. Stuff that's not even at Best Buy.
Interesting. The thing you purchased, Best Buy. Always throwing people under the bus for the exact stuff you do.
But he's doing the
here
exact
she goes.
same.
Oh, go post!
You got me
Oh,
there.
my poor man. Oh, my poor man. Those things better be fucking sucking all the oxygen out of the room at this point to stick up with this.
I mean, they're pretty nice.
But they have to be. I don't see any other way. Nice
The
eyes,
other
too.
way is-
You got blue eyes.
Thank
They're
you.
nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. Best Buy. And you were saying he spends all his shit on Best Buy?
We spend a
Oh, it's become we. Conveniently has
It was
transitioned
we to begin with. When he started this, he said we. We use this card.
No. Your language.
No,
you tit.
he said.
Hey, septum piercing. You said he.
I just
Best
said
Buy.
we.
No, before I called out you for your Best Buy purchase.
Yes, but if you're calling him out for saying we.
Does this with brain function? Does it? Because every person I've met that has one, they get
about getting one.
No,
Okay, well,
I thought about getting a stud, not a septum.
Before this episode, for every other episode I say it, I completely forgot. Well, I'll ask now. I'm sorry that it's so far in. Do I have consent to make fun of you guys and make jokes and rip in? You're back there now.
It's a little too late for that now.
But do I? In all seriousness?
Yes.
Okay, well, you guys have consent.
I feel like that's kind of part of being here, too.
It certainly is, but I do like to ask before we start filming. I don't know why. I completely forgot.
He likes to be verbally degraded.
He saw us and decided to let it rip and forgot about his priorities, I guess.
Lindsay said we look cute. Say all you want.
Lindsay's nice to everyone.
She has to be.
I don't even know so because she has to be. She's just nice to everyone. Like again, this will be so dated at this point. But I saw the ugliest woman I've ever seen in the world on Twitter, and Lindsay said she's pretty, and she's the ugliest woman I've ever seen in my life. But it's fine. It's fine. That is old news at this point. And then you went in. You got some bullshit from Target.
How much is the charge for
15.
Target?
That was not groceries. Don't
No,
even say it.
I know.
Don't even pretend.
It was tampons. I know because I remember that day. Because like I said, I don't spend on my card. So when I do, it's usually
Kroger,
which would probably have also been. Is it about the same amount?
21.
Probably tampons as well, because they have the really big pack of tampons.
On the same day, we went to 2 locations for tampons.
Maybe not.
Yeah, you're no longer a reliable source of information. I already told you that. Hundreds in interest this year so far. You're at a 26.99% interest rate of death. All for 82 cents in cash back in your balance. Well done.
I see it as if I have to use my credit cards for anything, I use my Discover card because it has the cash back. My Capital
I thought you didn't use your cards.
If I have to.
Well, before it was you didn't. Who's Capital One?
Mine.
Oh, 2 in a row, lady. She purchased on it. The lady who never purchases on her cards. 2 in a row.
What was it for?
We will get to that.
Okay.
All I know is she purchased on a card that she says she never purchases. This one takes an extra year to pay off. 13 years this time. What are we doing? You liar! Liar!
I genuinely, I do not remember, other than that one for Target, because I remember we were buying groceries with another card, and I paid the difference for my tampons with that card.
Listen, I know you love tampon talk, but there is more. Your entire life is not just tampons.
Well, since I got my birth control replaced, it's because I have the implant. I just bleed all the time.
It's the best one. You can't feel it when you're in there, and it's the most effective. So that's what I really advocate for the injection. Ladies.
Recommended.
I liked it. And I know you like that injection. You ain't filling shit up there, aren't you? Or the asshole. Both work. Okay.
Right.
Walmart. Walmart's an unknown tricky one because it's half bullshit, it's half groceries. And even with the groceries, who knows?
The
$60.69.
The only time we ever go to Walmart is for groceries.
Yeah.
Other than we went to Walmart to get.
Why on a credit card when we never spend money on credit card that accrues $46 and 1 cent in interest?
$60 charge is because
$60 of tampons.
His mom, because she is when she had the boys, she had a food card. No, we've only had them for about a year.
Oh,
not
when
quite.
she physically had them. Okay,
Yeah,
not like literally outside birthing.
Like when she physically had them, she had a food card because she couldn't afford anything.
Sure,
so
okay.
when we took the boys, she lets us use it for groceries. She shut off the food card. No, because she lets us.
Same last name.
Okay.
No, she lets us.
Well, she lets you. This is the government, but go on.
But I mean, it's for the kids.
Doesn't matter necessarily. I don't know. Maybe it does.
So
but continue.
She shut off the food card and didn't tell us.
She shut off, or the government did?
No,
she did.
Why?
Shut it off.
Because we were using it, but she said we could use it.
She said that she looked at the balance.
Yeah.
She looked at the
Of what?
balance.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Just a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, that's hard. I'm sorry.
But she looked at the balance of the food card and thought that we spent, like she said she looked at it wrong and thought that we spent what was left on it.
I remember what she said. So there was like 400 something left on the card. And she was like, what did y'all spend $400 at Kroger? And I'm like, $400? Like, that's how much is left on the card. I think we spent like 200. Because, I mean, we don't spend a lot on groceries. And I was like, we didn't spend $400. And she sent me the picture, and I'm like, that says balance. That doesn't say how much we spent. And I was like, I have the receipt right here.
She didn't tell us that.
I have a classmate who made this.
Or she didn't tell us that she shut
We're
it
all
off. So we were
going a
trying to
little-
buy a couple groceries, and I had to pay for it with my credit card because we couldn't use the food card.
So now what?
I mean, she hasn't shut it off since.
It was a temporary?
Yeah,
she literally just shut it off because
that's what I
she
was
thought we
saying.
spent $400.
The reason that charge is on there is because I had to use that card for groceries.
Excited to get to the bullshit spending because there is a lot of it. But we're getting through the debts first. Amazon Synchrony. Whose is this?
Mine.
Oh, the first Ethan one. Hope you're Amazon. Past due. At the time of the statement. You owe double the payment. Well, and over the limit, you little tit, you little cuckboy, you little simp.
I think that's
what are you
that
doing?
That's what I was talking about. That like
that's the statement.
He'll tell me that like his balance is like I asked him the other day, what's your balance on your Amazon card? He said it's like 600, but I don't know. Like I don't know. I don't even know if he knows.
What are you doing? Minimum due payment 164. You owe $1,110.35 on here. What the tit are we doing, you little tit? 3 years to pay this off. Past due.
He's being nicer now because he was non-consensually assaulting them.
Will I know?
Wrong move, buddy.
It's the first thing you see on there.
And it's just the first one.
Oh, no, sorry. It's
just point to it.
Well, it's that one right there.
Okay.
And then it's also that one.
She looks so
I mean, a lot of the stuff that you see that's already here is hers. So like,
well, for fuck's sake, this is hard. It's all Christmas shopping.
It is.
Who the fuck are you Christmas shopping? You can't Christmas shop. You guys can't afford bills.
Is that
I know
not
what you're getting.
Christmas is?
Yes, you can't afford Christmas, you dumb. What are you talking
So
about?
would you rather us just not
Yes.
have Christmas at all? So
Yes.
you'd rather a 13 and 14-year-old not have
Yes.
Christmas?
I'm not saying that necessarily,
Christmas-
but definitely cut down for sure. You can't pay bills. You.
I mean, I see it as they never like.
He's over the limit on the card that is purchasing on all this shit.
I'm not using that card to purchase. That's all from my debit card.
Oh my gosh, even worse, dude. The debit card should be going to paying off your debt. You. And lots of cat stuff as well, of course.
We have 2 cats. Their names are Gizmo and Butters.
Yippee!
Just wanted to tell you about our cats. Sorry.
I don't give a fuck about your cats.
They are really cute. We have a ginger female
Don't
cat.
give
She's
a
fluffy.
shit.
Me
So-
too. Her name is Phoebe.
No, we
She's
come
not
back
my
dramatically
favorite.
on
I can't
Christmas,
say
and
that.
I know that's hard, but listen, at 13 and 14, they realize they're not with their mom and dad. Do they also not realize that, okay, yeah, maybe we're not in the best shape? I think they would understand.
They do not. They lack common sense.
And like
It
we
is.
like we
It's like trying to put a tennis ball through a brick wall with them. It does not work.
and like don't get me wrong, they're good kids,
Oh,
but it's
your
like
teeth. Gotcha.
they do have a really hard time understanding things that like they ask all the time, can we go out to eat? Can we go out to eat? 'Cause
Yeah, I
we
was like
make
that when I was
food,
that
'cause
age
that's
too.
why we
And
have
I
the
got
food
told no
cart. We
Still
eventually.
at
make
this
food.
age, for the next couple of years is like the last time you can do this, or maybe this might be the last year you can do it. Quantity at 5 below. Quantity, not actual nicety. Just the ability of
I
opening
think
a variety.
we did talk about that.
They're
Well, you're already
very-
ordering a shit ton on Amazon.
They're very materialistic for how like
Okay, well, that's a lesson you got to teach them then, because that's not a good trait to carry into your late teens.
and that's what we do. Like we tell them, I don't have
you tell
these
them,
su-
yet then we purchase all that bullshit.
None of
actions are fun.
none of that stuff on there is for them.
What? Then how are you trying to guilt trip me with them? F you then.
I don't
We do have stuff. We do have stuff for them. Just
Then
not.
I don't know what
you.
else
not
is
on
You
my
are
account.
not getting her shit.
Just not on
When
my
you can't
account.
afford your damn bills, you're not getting her shit. You can't guilt
I
trip
don't
me
know
on
what
that
else
one.
is on that
You little
then.
tit. I do, and it's a lot of shit that you don't need. You
Oh, I did forget that I bought most
want
of
a
their
desire, maybe it's
most of their
nice, but
Christmas.
listen, give them a better Christmas than we give each other at the very least. You cut back on yours, give them 50% of what you're going to give each other, and call that Christmas. Roof overhead, paying our payments on time, and not over the limit. Food on the table, utilities,
stuff for school, after-school activity programs, sports, music. That is what is important for them in their development right now. They do not need a bougie Christmas. Yeah, and you certainly don't need to be getting it for each other. Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're giving them a bougie Christmas compared to the things that they want. We are not getting them anything that they want.
One of them wants he wants a $100 Ralph Lauren shirt.
He wants a $300 pair of Timbs.
3 late fees this year so far on this card.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I only knew about the
3
one.
late fees this year so far, Ethan.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he'll talk about like how my spending is worse. And don't get me wrong, I do have bad spending, but my spending isn't a late fee. Did you see a late fee on either of my credit cards?
No. Not this year.
I've only had them this year. I opened them earlier this year.
Seen balances for
or
1
what's
year.
this year?
What the fuck are we doing?
No, earlier last year, sorry.
Regardless. You f***ed up.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, do I have to remind him every month? Like, set a reminder on my calendar. You have an upcoming card payment. Make sure you don't miss it.
Well, does she?
And I saw...
No, because
What, you missed an entire quarter of payments this year.
I haven't had a late fee
But if we wouldn't have had that conversation... No, because
I did
No, what
pay
I'm
it.
saying... Hold on. If I wouldn't have texted
So
you
you
and
can
had
cut
that...
me off, but I can't cut you off?
No, I'm cutting you off because what I'm trying to say is important.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is important too.
Okay, well, I was talking first. So
I was talking first earlier too.
What I'm saying is that if we wouldn't have had that conversation, if I wouldn't have texted you and said, I'm not doing this anymore if you're not going to pull your own weight, how do I know you wouldn't have more late fees?
Because I paid that card before you texted me that.
But it was still late. That's the point. Do you not realize that that affects you? And that's what I'm talking about, is that stuff that affects you affects me. Like your speeding ticket. If we ever, when we get married and you get put on, and we get put on insurance together, that's going to affect our insurance. He got like a $300 speeding ticket.
Wanna know a dirty little secret? And no, I'm not starting an only. You're not broke because you suck with money. You just can't see where it's going. If your bank account is empty at the end of every month, that is not bad luck, that is bad tracking. And it's exactly why I use DollarWise. It shows you exactly where your money's going every single month. Spending, subscriptions, and savings all in one simple dashboard. Everything you need and nothing you don't. And when you download DollarWise today, you'll get to try it for free, plus 3 months for just $9.99. So you can finally take control and see what your money's been doing behind your back. Click below to get started. Starbucks is bullshit and a waste of money, and you already know that by making your coffee at home and investing the rest. So now you need to do that with your energy drink as well. Make gamer subs at home for just 40 cents a serving. And honestly, it literally tastes better. And we proved this accidentally via a blind taste test in our Hammer Elite show, Fat and Fatter.
The #1 ranked energy drink is gamer subs.
Literally, the cherry flavor is insane.
Listen, you can also get free samples to see if you like it, or 10% off your order at gamersubs.gg, or click that link in the description below. Type in code Caleb.
That's what I'm saying, is that stuff that affects him affects me, or is going to affect me one day. So yes, I do mother him a little bit because I want to make sure that stuff gets done, because I don't want it sitting on me the rest of my life.
That's fair.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow. What is this screenshot of something? I don't even know what I'm looking at.
It's progressive leasing.
What are you progressively leasing?
It's my laptop for school.
You're in school?
I'm about to start.
What are your hours going to get cut to?
Well, it's going to be online.
It's online school.
That's still time.
And I'm only taking one class right now because I want to see
One class for what? What is the class?
Cybersecurity.
Oh, listen, I'll get you a certification. We got a cybersecurity certification through CourseCareers. I'll get you that. That'll help you get into a career position as well. A lot of people in the audience have taken those certifications through CourseCareers and they've made a lot of money. Changing jobs or getting raises. So I'll get you that. Maybe even start there instead of that. But
it
at
is
least you end with something
through my job. So my schooling is free through my job. So I'm not paying anything for school. I just have to pay for my laptop.
I know, but school's a lot in order to get to a... You didn't have a computer. You said you already have an iPad.
So I have the... They said that it wasn't compatible with iPad OS. So I needed to get...
A website? An app? It's to an app?
It's it's the program. I don't know what the program is.
Is the program an app?
Yes, that's what a program is.
No, that's not what a program is. A schooling program? No, that doesn't automatically equal an app. Do you know words?
It's a software. It's a software.
See, that's not even an app.
Sorry.
Okay.
App, program, software.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
Application.
I get it. Okay, so you did not have a computer.
Not one because I'm going to be working a lot, so I'm going to be
What kind of
working
computer
at
did
work.
you get?
I got a laptop, so I got a
What kind of laptop you?
just a standard Lenovo laptop that's going to be high enough quality. I didn't get the highest.
I got you. I was just trying to figure that out.
Because I'm going to be doing my schoolwork at work, like on my lunch a lot.
What's your interest rate on this?
0 interest for 90 days.
When did you get it?
Not quite a month ago.
What's the interest going to be in 2 months?
I have never paid off a progressive lease after 90 days because
but you guys are really pushing that limit. Everything's getting worse and worse. You never have until you do. You're 20. You have not had a lot of life. You've literally been able to have debt for 2 years. I've never had this issue.
I've used progressive leasing plenty before.
Yeah, you've only had access to debt for 2 years. You don't understand how this can get.
But the reason I know, to be careful with that stuff is because of what my parents went through. Like
I get that, but the fact that you've only had access to debt for 2 years and think because you haven't f***ed it up fully in 2 years, while this is getting worse and worse, with the decades you have left of life, this is dangerous. This mentality you have there, thinking you're going to be okay because everything's been fine for 2 years. Okay, what's your minimum payment?
It's $90 biweekly.
Okay. Obviously, we want to pay more.
Yeah.
Well, is it deferred interest?
So
Is it deferred interest?
I don't know what deferred means.
Okay. Is interest accruing right now and then it all hits at once if you don't pay it off in 90 days? Or does interest all of a sudden accruing on the balance in 90 days?
On the balance in 90 days, I think.
Okay. Then we don't have to aggressively pay this off. Well, you have 30% interest on 2 other cards we have. So
wait, no, it is deferred. It is deferred. I'm sorry, I'm trying to think because I'm trying to look at the little estimate in my head of what it says that you're going to pay at a certain time. He's helping me pay for it though. So that's what I'm talking about.
Why?
Everything we do, we pay together because he said, "I'll help you pay for your laptop for school."
Yeah, but he doesn't. He makes $1,800.
But he also doesn't have any other bill
listen, your minimum monthly
responsibilities.
is $180, but you need to pay $352 a month for 2 months. Okay, good luck. Yeah, it's gonna be a hard one when you spend more money than you fucking make, and 70% goes to bullshit. Is this another progressive lease?
But what's this
for?
This is his Christmas present that my mom is helping me pay for. So it's in my name, but my mom is helping me pay for it.
Okay, so we're not gonna say what it is. How do you feel that she's progressive leasing whatever you're gonna get for Christmas? Like I said, no more Christmas for each other.
I did it last year.
Dude, give him a good glucky, give her a good finger, and Christmas, yippee. Happy days. Oh, she gave him a really weird look with that. What does that even mean? How do I translate that? Does he not perform well? Oh, girl, hit me with the T. Girl, hit me with the T.
No.
No, hit me with the T. I love it. I need it.
Not that it's not well.
Tell me.
It's just not often. Like, we literally had this conversation in the car ride here that, like, it's been almost a month.
Since what? Since anything?
Porn addict.
And then before that, it was almost a month.
Porn addict.
Poor Quay.
I told her, like, I'm just not in the mood. Like, it's nothing to do with her, because she thinks
Just
it has something to do with her.
What are you talking about?
It's not. Like,
You guys gotta get married.
Because I see it as,
haven't
what else
been
am I
in the
supposed
mood.
to, what else am I supposed to think of, like, you know, do you not think I'm attractive? Do you think I'm fat? Do you think I'm ugly? Do you not want to be around me?
She thinks all that, but like in past relationships that I've been in, that has been the main focus. And it's like, I don't want, like, that's the last thing I think about. And when I told her that, she was like, that doesn't make me feel better.
It makes me feel the same, because that means that, like, does that mean that you don't think I'm attractive enough for you to feel that way all the time? Because when we got together, it was like crazy.
Always is.
And I was like, yes, I get it. The honeymoon phase ends.
Do you try to make moves?
Yes. But the reason I don't anymore is because 90% of the time he says, I don't feel like it.
Well, that's okay. Take the shots, you get it.
Honestly, I don't remember the last time I asked that he said yes.
Sometimes it's interesting. A thing I learned.
That's crazy.
Through an entire process.
This guy's a pussy. Oftentimes
there is a yes. You just don't know what that is.
This isn't a trying to pressure someone into it. He might not want to.
And that's what I told him. Like,
he might not want to, but ask him what his yes is. He might be down for intimacy without full sex, because for what it's worth, listen, I've had stressful moments as well. I've had stressful moments, so I get this. This is something I've had to work on. Okay, I'm very tired. Oftentimes after work, I do a lot, and so I get it. I get it. There is a yes somewhere. Maybe he's down for a little finger.
Yeah,
maybe he's down for making out. Maybe he's down for cuddling with like nice words and stuff. So there's oftentimes a yes. So I don't want you to give up. Is all I'm saying. I don't want you to give. I'm not saying don't pressure him. That's obviously not the word I'm saying.
I don't want him to I don't want.
I'll be right back. How much does the upstairs hopper cost? No, don't trade this dummy. $50? Bet.
I want you to feel like you.
I need water.
You have to do something you don't want to do. I never want you to
see
feel
what
that way.
yes is. If he doesn't have a yes, if that night is just a no, that's okay. But maybe he doesn't want to stick it in. Maybe he doesn't want to go crazy. But maybe he's down for some cuddles for a bit. A little bit of titty play.
And that's what I told her yesterday. We were talking about it. I was like, I don't always want to do it, but I'm down to lay down and watch TV.
But that's not intimacy.
Well, I mean, we cuddle when we lay down. Like everything we do,
But that's not focused on each other. That's focused on the TV.
Yeah, I mean,
and like we have like card games, because I love card games and stuff. Like we have couples card games, and I'll be like, we should play this on the ride down to Austin. Do you want to take the regular version or do you want to take the spicy version? He said, I don't care.
Well, because to me saying I don't care is like pick what you want.
But the amount of times,
I don't care.
Like I've said, like give me an opinion, like tell me something. Like,
well, I mean, I don't know how to give an opinion on something that I don't really
that you
care.
don't care about.
Not that I don't care about it, I just don't care which one you pick. Like I'm fine with whatever. Like it's like saying if you want to go out to eat here or out to eat there, I'm fine with whatever.
The body sometimes does not want to have sex when there's a lot of stress involved, and there's a lot of stress involved in your finances and raising two kids.
But I see it as like
I'm not blaming either of you for this. Sometimes you need to be able to give what your yes is and communicate that. You don't have to want to. And I don't want you to give up. And I also don't want you to pressure him either. There are things that can be done, but I understand. I've had stressful times. I get it. It's normal. It's normal, okay? It's normal. I don't want you to think up. I also don't want you to think he's not attracted to you. It's not that, and you just have to, unfortunately, it's hard, but you just have to take his word. Because usually it's a bodily thing, right? It's not an action that he's doing. It's not buying flowers. It's not something he can just do. To all of a sudden want to be horny in that exact moment. So just take the word, listen to it, Try not to internalize it too much. Easier said than done. Talk to someone if you have to. But also stick it in when you're feeling it. Let's go.
Well, and that's what I do. You know, like if I feel like it, then we'll do it. It's just a lot of times I'm, you know, tired.
Maybe
or
figure out something kinky to get excited. Stick it in her butt. Let's go.
We don't like that.
Hey, you don't like that. But also, I don't want you to do something you don't like. But, no, I'm just saying, you know, play around, have some fun. But I want you guys to have a healthy relationship, obviously.
My mom found the fuzzy handcuffs we got from Spencer's.
There we go. We love it. Okay, what's your minimum payment on this? $453.90 for the Christmas present, of which we don't know and we're not going to say.
I don't know. My mom usually, or not that I don't know. It's so the biweekly.
She's gonna pay it off before it hits.
Yeah.
And your mom pays it, not you.
Because
your mom pays it, not you.
I help, so
How
she
much do
pays
you
most
contribute?
of it. $60 every time it comes out, which is biweekly. So $60 biweekly,
so
and then she makes an
$120 a
additional
month for
payment.
2 months. Okay, so it gets paid off. Okay, good.
Because it was higher than this, so it was about $700, and this is
Who's
all
Best Buy card?
Mine.
All right.
Oh my God! How have I not
You know
been?
what's funny? He actually made just like a bigger than minimum payment when all it is you throwing him under the bus the whole time. Where he actually made a bigger than a minimum payment, which you did not do on any of your
But he
cards.
probably disputed that because most of it, because he used to have auto pay set up.
Why?
But then he wouldn't have
why
enough.
set that up if you're gonna just?
That's why I don't do auto pay because
Well,
I check.
No,
my
set up
stuff.
auto pay for whatever you want.
I had set it up, but then I turned it off because I was gonna do a different amount. And to do for the way that they do it, you have to turn off auto pay to change the amount. So I turned it off, but then it still went through after I turned it off, after I changed it.
I can't remember a single time that we've talked about his Best Buy card though that he hasn't said my Best Buy card payment got taken out, but it either overdrafted my account or something, or he doesn't have enough money for something else, so he has to dispute it. And I mean, granted, that has been a decent amount of time, but every time we would talk about a Best Buy card payment, that was it.
You owe $821. Takes 4 years to pay off. Minimum payment $33.
And he told me that balance was like
gaming
$500.
PC?
No.
Oh wait. Oh, both of you do crazy gaming PC. You've done 5K on yours. You've done 3K, and you want to upgrade yours right now?
That's not a.
What are we doing?
That's not a full guarantee. It's that much. That's just kind of a rough estimate.
Yeah, but you want to upgrade right now when you can't afford shit.
Well, that's why I haven't upgraded yet. I want to, but I'm not. Have you seen RAM prices?
No, but I heard it's crazy. I haven't needed to upgrade.
That he bought last year for like $250 is $900 now.
What the fuck happened to RAM?
I
already have my computer, so I'm okay.
And the tariffs finally hit the.
Oh, tariffs? RAM?
The computer market.
AI. I didn't think AI was.
They're all made in like
GPU.
South Korea. So, you know, every PC
RAM, I know
component,
Taiwan is.
Yeah, every PC component is foreign. So tariffs hit like a motherfucker on that thing.
Yeah. I'm very confused. $336 in fees this year would essentially say you've had a late fee every month this year, if plus extra.
But I shouldn't have a late fee every month.
What are these fees? It would have to be cash advances. It would have to be cash advances or late fees or something. Either way, they're all, and it's almost $400 worth.
And he used to say that all of my late fees were from before we were together. We've been together all of 2025. So how would those all be before we were together?
Well, those, I literally have no idea what those would be from because I have.
And this is what I'm talking about. That I look at my stuff every day.
Hundreds of dollars of fees. What are we doing?
I mean, there was a period where I wasn't paying the card.
There's no I mean to that. There's no I mean to that. It's you're not making the payment when you're saying you're making the payment.
No, this was like I've been making the payments.
You've been making the payments, but they're always late.
Not.
He has it right there. I didn't know that. You didn't tell me that. That's not what?
Is that showing for this year?
That's exactly what he said. I mean, does it count like if you dispute your auto pay and then you pay it again? Does that count as late?
I have no idea. I don't know if that's how that works. If it marks it as late or not.
You may have had chargebacks. When you try to make a payment, you didn't have enough money in your checking account, so it gives you a big whopping fee.
That might
be
basically
a late fee.
That might be it, because
just as bad.
It's been overdrafted.
Just as bad. Billy, thoughts?
It makes me upset because that's what I'm talking about. That how are we supposed to do anything combined? How am I supposed? Because I was considering maybe we should just get a joint checking account. I didn't want to do anything joint checking account until we were married. But since we pay all of our stuff together, we zell each other back and forth a million times a day when we get paid. Should we just do that? But that makes me feel like I don't want to do that because what if our account then is going to get overdrawn or we're going to have late fee after late fee because I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he has going on the back end that I can't see. I'm not going to be his mom.
But one of your motivations...
That I want him to get better.
No, one of your motivations that you told Colton is you want to improve your credit score so you can open a brand new card in order to upgrade your PC.
And I told that is one of them because I do want to be able...
in reverse.
But I want to be able to pay off my cards and get myself to a sustainable point to where I could handle that. I can handle... Because Best Buy does 12 months interest free. So if I can do it on the interest...
It's risk. Well, you have people to take care of. What are we doing? Okay, is this a firm or Klarna? What is this?
That's a firm.
Who's?
Mine.
Louis Cosmetics, Amazon. What are we doing? Come on, yo, $600. I'm sure the minimum is like $200 a month. Why? Because that's what worries me. $600.98. That's what worries me is because all of a sudden, there you go. You're just going into debt. You're paying it for your 12 months financing. As long as it's, financing out, it's okay. For cosmetics and Amazon?
So the cosmetics, that's like all of my makeup for the year.
Oh,
so
come on. It's still money you do not have that you are putting out there. You can get the Fizz card, a debit card that builds credit. That's all I'll allow. Okay, well, that's good. Other than that, I'm not allowing any of this shit that you're doing. This is crazy. Klarna, Affirm, what is this? Fabletics?
That's mine, but we are paying it together.
Your what? What's the account?
Klarna.
Okay, paying it together. Why?
There's stuff for me, him, and the boys on there.
Sure. It's like a $75 monthly payment. Nope, $88.71. Okay, and you owe $254.15. 88.71. Kohl's. Who's Kohl's card?
That's mine, but also both of us paying it.
Buying Kohl's.
It was for
auto pay off.
I don't do auto pay because I pay all of my stuff manually, which obviously has gotten me further than having auto pay set up and having to cancel it every time. Because the reason
What's
I
your
don't
minimum
like
payment? Probably like $25.
Oh, we're
$103.56. Okay, is that all your debt? I just want to make sure because I need to get to this bullshit spending because it's pages. It's literally pages. This is insane, guys. Guys, whose USA checking account?
Me.
This is all you? What?
Oh, his dad must be a veteran.
Oh my gosh. I just saw. No. Oh my gosh. Oh, no, you can't be. Oh, based on the last conversation, you can't be doing this. No. Guy, you're fucking it.
Gooner.
Listen, again, there have been periods where I sometimes get very stressed. I have a lot of work. I get tired, and I have to find my yes, right? That's what we talk about. I have to find my yes. Maybe I don't want to go full intercourse in that exact day, okay? I'm a horny person. Sometimes it's not always there. It happens. But I don't go and just fap. I make sure when I want to have sex, I have sex with my girlfriend.
What is it?
He's spending a shit ton on only.
Poor girl.
Well, not fucking her?
She looks sad.
Well, not being intimate with your...
That's tough.
I'm sorry.
Nice to know. F you for that, I guess.
Damn.
After you've told me that, because I know he used to do that a long time ago. He said it was before we were together.
Oh.
Why wouldn't you? Like, I've told you, you can be honest with me about that stuff.
And I feel like it's just something weird to be honest about.
Well, you don't even want to be with me?
No, it's not.
You told me you canceled
that.
it is the point. You told me you canceled it is the point.
Yes, and I did.
Then why do you have it?
Because I did another one.
Why? F you for that, honestly. Like, genuinely. you for that.
That's tough.
Because why would you lie to me about that when you don't even want to be with me?
I never said I didn't want to be with you.
Then why would you rather do it somewhere else than with me? That is you directly not wanting to be with me.
Not really.
So then what is it? Then what is it if it's you doing it and not wanting to do it with me?
I mean, I can get horny when you're not home.
But when I've asked you, do you do stuff like this in your spare time? You say no.
Yeah, because I don't do it all the time.
But not doing it all the time doesn't mean that you don't do it. When I ask, you say, yeah, a little bit. Not no.
Oh, fanfics too?
I don't know what that is because I've looked at it.
That's
and
another one.
I can't cancel it. Like I've gone to it and I don't even have a subscription on there.
That's crazy.
And
It's like
I've
OnlyFans
even
Plus.
contacted the
I don't know what it
support
is,
about
but
it.
like anything that's not OnlyFans is crazy.
Yeah, I am too.
About it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I am too. Kind of means that all the reassurance that you do means nothing. You saying you're just not in the mood or you're stressed or you're tired means nothing. That means you're lying to me.
No, because I don't have it. Just because there's...
When is it from? When is it
That's from October.
Oh.
It was a one-time payment.
When? When did you do it?
In October.
Why?
Why? What was the scenario?
I don't know. I was out of town.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew you were going to do something like that while you were gone.
This is a poor girl. I'm
It's fine.
sorry
It's
for
fine.
her.
Keep moving.
No, it's not. Objectively, I can see it. You're heartbroken. What do you mean you knew something was going to happen out of town?
I tried calling him like 3 times and he didn't answer. And it could have been because
I
he was
was at work.
Yes, and I also texted our roommate and asked what's doing. I don't know. He's in the other room.
Yeah, I was talking with... And that was whenever I told you my phone was charging and we were watching Family Guy.
You're trying to defend yourself when it's...
No, I'm not trying to defend shit whenever that's actually what happened. Yes, I will admit I did subscribe to it when we were there, but that's not what I was doing when you texted me. I was laying in bed with my phone charging, watching Family Guy.
I can vet it. I can vet it. If you log into your own right now, show me. I like to see tits. I won't complain if they pop up. Oh, we're fans of tits here. I'm sorry. I am sorry. There's a part of me that's kind of struggling here. It's like you both have here top-down camera. I mean, like this is his bullshit spending. This is going out to eat and pay 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, 5 page, 6 page, 7 page. Every purchase is bullshit. Are you Wells Fargo? And then we look to you for the good finances and you're negative $451.
Because I get my
Doesn't
paycheck.
matter. You're negative $451. Because if it was all needs, I could be sympathetic. But there's 1 page of all bullshit, 2 page of all bullshit, 3 page of all bullshit, and then a little bit of bullshit on the final page.
I think the reason it shows that it's negative is because I get an advance on my paycheck.
Doesn't
So,
that's not the
or not
point.
in advance.
You were negative while spending everything on bullshit. That's the reality.
No, like it would have shown.
No, guys, come on. It doesn't matter. Well, it's all on bullshit is the point. Okay, let's see. Oh, and you guys still owe $1,000 to your dad for the trip to Buffalo. I thought he paid for it. Okay, thank you. Okay, it's $34 to subscribe to this person? Okay, I'm subscribing. Okay, what am I seeing here? Okay, good. It's an emo woman taking dick. Okay, very good. Okay, I was concerned for a while because this person's Like profile pictures weird, and their Twitter looked weird, but it's do you want to see? Yeah, it's okay, but it's an emo woman. Good. We like that. We love emo woman with a vagina. Okay, good. I'm glad to see. I honestly thought you were into some like weird murder gay, and I was about to be very concerned because it was looking very weird for a moment. It was looking very weird. Okay, all his Okay. I unfortunately think, ladies and gentlemen, that we are going to end this conversation. I'm going to send them to a budgeting expert that we work with outside of here because that's not the issue they're going to have to deal with. Clearly, there is more to work with because in August alone, he purchased 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fan subscriptions. September, 1, 2, 3,
What the fuck?
4,
Why are you with
5
her?
separate OnlyFans subscriptions that were different. He signed up for separate, different accounts that he was not previous. I think he might have a potential. He's subscribing to multiple OnlyFans accounts multiple times a month. He's gooning a lot. And I think what we have here more than anything is a relationship issue that needs to be worked on in therapy before we think about the finances. And listen, this is very difficult, and I do not want you guys, I don't want you guys to break up, to be very clear. I want you guys to have a good life together, and I want us to get there, cutting out all the gooniness and stuff that obviously happens in the show. I always wish for the best for our guests, and we will focus on a budget at some point, and I'm going to hook you up with an expert for that, and all of our resources, of course. But more than anything, have you guys seen a couples therapist?
We've seen my therapist together once.
Maybe a couples therapist, especially that focuses on sex, and you might need to see therapy on your own. I'll pay for the first 2 sessions. I want you guys to go, please, because we need to focus on healing this relationship and focusing on this relationship first before we can think about the money, because there's some things going on here. And I think we've seen that through this conversation, okay? That's what we're doing. Guys, come join us for the post show. Come join us for the post show. Get your Hammer financial score at calebhammer.com. Click that join button to join us in the post show. I'm sorry. I don't think it's productive. If I'm just being real, because you're not going to be able to budget and focus on things going forward from here. I know the audience might want to see a budget. It's not about that. It's about you guys, and I want you guys to do well. And I need you guys to sit down with a couple therapists. Maybe that focuses on sex too. And I think you might have some gooning issues. Would you admit to that?
I mean, not anymore. No.
You.
Not anymore. No, that was that it ended. That whenever
You're trying to defend yourself. Why are you trying to defend yourself?
Whenever I've done it, I would pay for it. I would do it, and then I would never look at it again.
Can I see your phone?
Yeah.
Can you open your phone?
What do you want me to open to?
Just open your phone.
Okay.
Is that why you didn't want me to look at that Twitter account?
No.
What was the Twitter account?
I don't know. Like I clicked on it when there was a notification, and I didn't look at it.
All right, join us for the post show. There's obviously a lot more to talk about, but I think this part of the conversation is done. Click the join button. Best membership on YouTube. See you there. Wait, so you've been hiding this?
Yes,
so you've been hiding porn completely?
So that's what I told him last night. I don't ask anymore because I'm afraid of you saying no. Because it's not that I have a problem with you saying no. It's that every time I ask, you say no.
I don't remember you saying you.
Oh no, buddy, you f***ed this. Join us Saturday, January 31st for Hammer Elite Day, a 5-hour live stream featuring all of your favorite shows, but done live with you. See you there.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night. I can feel my leg and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? Not gonna lie, chat, that's totally me. And that is genuinely how I feel whenever I have to go back to this stinky fucking website called Reddit to read what people have to say. My body literally starts deteriorating in real time, but for some reason, you guys love when I read Reddit posts. So here I am once again traversing the 9th layer of hell for your entertainment. Just know that I'm making the sacrifice for you. So if you could be so kind as to maybe subscribe, or maybe, just maybe, use code TOM for 10% off at gamersubs.gg/Tom. I mean, it would make me feel a lot better. If you could make me feel good, you would do it, wouldn't you? You would do it, wouldn't you? You want to let me down. Today's epic subreddit I'm going to be taking a look at is r/am-I-the-asshole, which can have some absolute bangers, don't get me wrong. I've definitely chuckled at my fair share of am I the asshole posts, but a majority of the sub is definitely tainted by people who use it as a dumping ground to try and get like a personal army on their side by telling the most unimaginable story that you can imagine. You can imagine how unimaginable it is, and it's unbelievable. A majority of the stuff on this subreddit is literally like, hi Reddit, I'm a female 22-year-old that loves going to the club with my gals, and I needed to get my hair done. So I went to this freaky rundown beauty parlor because you know your girl needs some money. Cash app and bio, Sharquisha19 boss queen, no caps, no spaces, _ at the end. And this creepy ass dude with a snake tattoo on his bald freaking head came up to me and tried putting a noose on my head. And his friends were wearing Trump hats and they screamed at me, "This is MAGA country," in a southern voice. Am I the asshole? And then there's all of these comments that are like, oh my god, that's so terrible. I just sent $24 to your Cash App, Sharquisha, okay? I cannot believe the fucking state of the country you're in, okay? This is crazy. You are definitely not the asshole. And the post will have 20,000 upvotes. The OP will get a bunch of Reddit gold. But there are still a few diamonds in the rough to be found here, so I think we can still get it to work. We can squeeze it a little bit. So let's get started, bro. Let's get it started, bro. Had to pop an upper decky for this one. Am I the asshole for making a woman lose a costume contest? Well, I feel like making women lose is usually a good thing, but we'll have to see what he says. So I'm the events chair of my fraternity for the semester, and I planned out a Halloween party that happened yesterday. At the party, we typically have a huge costume contest. You pay $5 to enter, and if you win the pot. We usually pull about 30 to 50 entries, so the prize is pretty nice. This year, we had 40 people enter and about 160 people attending. In years past, the winner has been this one specific chick that my brothers want to fuck. Her costume is usually the typical sorority girl costume, an animal of some kind, boots, fishnet leggings, a short skirt, basically a bra or corset, and then animal ears and light face paint. Now, I'm not a Halloween Nazi. Why not? This year, my costume was literally just angel wings and white shorts and a halo. I know fully that I'm dressing up so hot guys that think I'm hot will take notice, and that it's not a good costume. Her costume isn't good. Sure, she looks good in it, but the point of the party is who has the best breasts. Let's go! Invite me, please. So we have the contest. She was a B, but her ass was hanging out and her boobs were about to fall out of her shirt. See, this is actually a great post because you can actually feel the spite radiating off of this dude. And honestly, I respect the fact that he's honest enough about his bias, okay? I love morally ambiguous characters on r/AITA. Aita, are you going to post? So we held the contest, people voted anonymously, and guess what? She won, but by 1 vote. I hadn't voted yet, so I simply casted my vote. Then my vice chairman, who agreed with me, casted his vote. That just happened to be enough to put her in second place. When I told my brothers, they bitched and moaned about it, but I told them she simply didn't win and she should do better next year. They eventually talked me into creating a runner-up prize of $50 to the girl. When we announced the winner, she was visibly upset. This was the first time she hasn't won in the last 4 years. Now, apparently, last night one of my brothers was simping hard and told her that I intentionally voted against her because I didn't like her. Not true. I'm genuinely apathetic about her. She found me later that night and cursed me out and said I had a problem with her. I told her simply that we weren't having a sluttiest costume contest, but a best costume contest, and that she's lucky we bent the rules to give her $50. We argued and ended up getting separated. Now a lot of my brothers are pissed at me for pissing her off. Now, despite having the asshole tag and the Redditors melting down in the replies, I think this is weak and base. I mean, the poster is kind of the asshole, but it's understandable as to why, and you know, the fact that the lady she hated so much got a runner-up prize of $50 is kind of fucked. Like, they got $50 and they're still upset about it. It's a college costume contest is that big of a deal. I feel like it's not. Frankly, sometimes you just have to sabotage the people you're jealous of, and I appreciate the honesty, okay? Never, never, never allow your enemies to walk away from you. You should be spending every second of your waking life plotting against them and how you will orchestrate their downfall on your own. Am I the asshole for spending my son's university fund on a trip to Europe to drink a beer like I always threatened instead of giving it to his stepbrother after he passed away? Ooh! Now, despite the title seeming like kind of a meme, this post is actually quite the tearjerker, so just get ready for this. My son was smart, smarter than me. I almost requested a paternity test because he was so damn intelligent. That is a joke. Thank you for clarifying that that's a joke. I'm sure it helped the Redditors' brains processing this extremely hard to decipher comedy setup and punchline. I don't think they would have gotten it, but I'm glad that you clarified for them because they do have autism. And, you know, autistic people can have a hard time understanding humor and understanding metaphors. I mean, just look at Oompaville. That guy doesn't even understand the deep metaphor I told him the other day of how I'm going to insert a Feastables bar directly into his butt loaded up with C4 and how that is like actually a positive thing. He didn't get it. He didn't get it. You guys get it. He didn't get it. Disturbing. So it's good to help these guys out now and then. My ex and I divorced when he was about 12. She remarried when he was 14. I did when he was 16. I had an RESP set up for him. That's an education fund in Canada. Canada! Oh, Canada! Oh, Canada! What maple leaf and Indian migrant not that there's anything wrong with that. As long as he went for post-secondary education, he could use the money for anything. I always told him that I was okay with him not going to university. That way I could use the money I had saved up for him to go to Belgium and buy some beer from Monks that only allow you to buy one case. He knew I was joking and he always played along. He wouldn't let me get his goat. He wouldn't let, you weren't able to get his goat. Classic dad joke. Very wholesome, okay? Very wholesome. When he got accepted to McGill, it was the proudest moment of my life. I took him out for a beer to celebrate his achievement and mourn the loss of my trip to Europe. My son was struck and killed by a drunk driver in March. Oh my God. I'm dealing with it. My ex is dealing with it. My wife has been nothing but a rock in this. She is holding me up. I was dealing with the funeral arrangements and everything when my ex came to talk to me about his money. Oh no. Fuck, dude. You already know what this bitch ex is gonna say. You already know what she's gonna say, okay? She knew he had a scholarship and was just going to use the money for living expenses and an emergency fund. She asked me what I was going to do with it. I said I was going to do what I always said I would. I was going to Europe to drink beer. Based! She asked if she could have it for her stepson. I thought about it and said no. Even more based! Her husband is a decent enough person, but he made it clear he wasn't responsible for any expenses for my son. Beyond food and shelter and stuff, obviously. Like I said, he is decent. I said I was not going to do that. I was going to go drink beer in my son's honor. She says I'm wasting thousands of dollars. And I guess I am. I have to give back the government portion of the fund, but I don't care. My ex thinks I'm being stupid and irresponsible, wasting my son's money like this. I don't care. Extremely based father, that is exactly what I would do and what I would expect my father to do as well. This is not as spite-filled as the last post, and obviously this guy isn't reaching the most logical debate bro Reddit conclusion, but when you have money and you can do something charitable with it, or you can spend it on yourself, obviously the awesome thing to do is going to be to go spend it drinking beer. Also, it is literally his money he saved up for his son, so honestly, he can do whatever he wants with it, even if morally some people would say he should give it to the 304 wife. His ex-wife? You're telling me I'm gonna give my son's money to my ex-wife? I used to hit her. You think I'm gonna give her money now? Hell nah, brother. We are drinking booze with the monks, okay? We don't need you. Okay, but obviously he probably should have given it to the wife for like a good purpose, but also drinking beer with monks. I mean, he should, but drinking beer with monks is way funnier. Am I the asshole for telling my half-sister she doesn't deserve my mom's necklace? I can't lie, this one is pretty crazy. I do like these mini short stories, they get me going. Hello everyone, I'm coming on Reddit to seek advice because I think I'm in the wrong. I, a 21-year-old female, have two full siblings, Michael, 23 male, and Damien, 25 male. We have a half-sister, Elsie, 18 female, who is a result of an affair. Our mother is 50 and is unfortunately terminally ill. The doctors have told us she doesn't have much time left. Jesus Christ, there's an affair child, a bastard child, and the mother is dying. I don't want to come off as too cruel here because that's obviously twisted and sad for them, but I've been scrolling trying to find some lighthearted stuff that I can joke around with, you know, maybe have a little fun, but it's all stories involving someone dying. Like, Jesus, can people just stop dying? Or if people are dying, can you stop talking about it? Get out of my face. Get out of my face with that sad shit. Go drink beer with the monks. She called us all in to talk about her will and what we would be getting. My mother was a banker and amassed quite the portfolio. Shortly after Elise was born, her mother wasn't very active in her life, leaving her to move in with us and live with us. I could always tell mom held some sort of resentment to her. My mom wasn't strong enough to leave after the affair, and she regrets it every day. My mom raised Elsie like her own for so long, but all Elsie could do was be snarky towards her and always say, "But you're not my real mom." Of course, she'd only say that when mom was trying to discipline her, but as soon as she needed something expensive, she'd be as sweet as sugar towards mom. I mean, this could be Cap. I'm sensing a little bit of Cap. It is a little bit too movie-like, a little bit too, oh my god, this is what happens and Netflix, but it could be real. But if it is real, I'm sensing a tiny bit of resentment that may be somewhat justified towards this girl. She is young, so you know, she's 18. 18-year-old girls are not the smartest, so forgive her a little bit. But at the same time, I do understand the resentment. It would boil a little bit. It would boil. I avoided Elsie growing up because I always felt like she ruined our picture-perfect family. All right, well, you know, there's the resentment. Back to the day this happened. Mom was reading out her will on her bed, and she owns a beautiful emerald necklace, a family heirloom. She looks directly at Elsie and tells her she can keep it. I started crying immediately. It doesn't even make sense. She's not entirely part of our family. Her and mom share no blood. I began to scream and yell at Elsie. I told her I wish she never walked into our lives and that she should just leave because no one wanted her here. Yo, all right. I mean, I get that this is kind of a fucked up thing. Like, I can see why you'd be immediately upset about it and feel a little bit gypped, but like screaming and yelling at her, especially in front of your dying mom in her final moments, like maybe that's a bit of a tad extreme. I know these emotions are a little hard to control, but you know, being an adult here, you kind of got to bottle them up sometimes for later instead of melting down at the worst moment possible. Damien tried to calm me down and reminded me we were in a hospital. Michael left the room with Elsie to avoid escalation. I saw mom crying and it kind of hurt, but she hurt me worse. Jesus, it's actually over. I rarely get secondhand embarrassment, especially because I've just read so much weird shit like this. And it's a Reddit post, so I kind of expect secondhand embarrassment, but this is too much, dude. I grabbed my bag and left. It's been 3 days, and I've gotten nonstop messages from extended family saying I hurt mom and she didn't mean any harm. Am I the asshole? Yes. Unironically, yes. I mean, I get why you're upset, but again, the meltdown in front of a dying, bedridden mother is a crazy response. And at the end of the day, it's not up to you who she gives the pearl necklace. It's up to her. If she wants to give it to this, this child that was born out of wedlock, ultimately that's her prerogative, right? If she really loves that kid and wants to, extend some goodwill despite teenage angst and problems that kid has had as a dumb 18-year-old girl, that's totally within her right. Now, this post actually does come with an update where the original poster basically claims that she basically called back her mom and resolve the situation with the child, and the world is happy now. So it's good to see a little bit of a resolution, but geez, this person is I get they're going through a hard time, but damn. Am I the asshole for laughing in my cousin's face when she tried to stage an intervention for my drug use? I, a 27-year-old male, have a condition which causes me to overproduce earwax. Off to a good start here. This guy probably got called Globby at school or something. I don't know. Bullies always have very creative nicknames. I would call him Globby. I don't tell people about it because I was bullied for it growing up. Rightfully so, okay? Yes, I totally would have called this guy Globby. You gotta be careful sharing that info, okay? You're gonna scare the hoes away, or you might attract the earwax girls, which have their own appeal. Only my wife and parents know. Every other day, I have to put medication in each ear, let it sit, then flush it out with a rubber-tipped syringe. This prevents ear infections, vertigo, permanent hearing loss, and worsening of my tinnitus. I've dealt with all of these things to some extent, so I stay on top of my eardrop regimen. If my alarm goes off when I'm with others, I go to the bathroom for 20 minutes and knock it out. If I don't follow my schedule, I forget, so I can't put it off. That actually sounds kind of hellish. I feel like by now we've advanced as a society enough with medical technology that we should probably be able to help this earwax fellow, Globby. I feel like we should be able to help him. Maybe with enough money you can get it fixed. Who knows? I'm not a doctor of this field. I'm a doctor of dating, a doctor of hustling, but not a doctor of this, obviously. So it might be a tough situation, but I feel like we should be progressed past the point where people who have too much earwax have to have to follow a schedule to clean out their ears every 20 minutes. 2 weeks ago, my mom hosted a family dinner. My cousin Kara, who's 37, saw me waltz off to the bathroom to do my thing, syringe in hand, and asked what I was doing. I said just a minor medical thing. She kept pushing, but I didn't want to say anything because she gossips. I told her it's personal and scooted past. All right, you're 27 at this point. Your cousin is 37. We're not on the playground anymore, okay? I honestly don't think you have to hide your medical condition anymore. Like, it's fine. I know it's a personal thing, but once you get past the phase of getting lunch money stolen by fucking dentists, I feel like 99.9% of people wouldn't really care. Maybe there'd be light ribbing about it, which if you can't take that, that's kind of on you. But realistically, nobody's gonna be like, hear that guy has a lot of wax in his ear? Ugh, I can't even be around him. He's so waxy. When I left, she was standing in the hallway. She asked what took so long and why the toilet didn't flush. I said none of her business. She said she didn't mean to offend. Last weekend, my friend called me to invite me out to lunch with some buddies. He said to meet up at his house so we wouldn't have to drive separately. I arrive at his house to find Kara and my friends sitting solemnly on the couch. Kara said they were here to talk about my problem and they just wanted to help. I said there is no problem. Suddenly, it clicked in my head what this was about. I couldn't help but laugh a little bit out of shock. I mean, he's right. That is pretty funny that they think you're addicted to heroin, but instead your ears are just too globbed up. I'm not saying this is OP's fault, but he probably could have just told his 37-year-old cousin, who probably wouldn't have been that judgmental, that he had like a medical condition. I don't think she's gonna give you a wedgie or something. Like, that's the age where people have kids. It's probably fine. Unless there's something I'm missing and your entire family is just straight out of the Bully video game and they're all just destroying you at every moment. Like, why are you in the bathroom, bro? Your ears getting too full again? She asked what was so funny, and I said, first of all, why didn't you talk to my wife or my parents? She said she didn't want to involve my enablers, which just made me laugh harder. She looked annoyed and said she was done trying to help. I said, that's all right with me. She stormed out. Okay, I see what I was missing. She is mentally retarded. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense now. It's all adding up. I explained to my friends. They knew I have a condition but never pressed me on it. I guess when Kara approached them, they thought I was lying. Obviously, I'd rather they know than worry about me being an addict when I'm not. I thanked them for their support anyways. Kara had apparently reached all of my friends through my social media. We all got a good hearty laugh out of it, which Kara must have heard because she was, of course, eavesdropping. She burst back in and told me to tell them the truth, to which I said I did. My friend kicked her out. Then we went to lunch and I thought that was that. Okay, that is pretty funny. I guess Kara might have like a learning disability or something. I would feel bad for calling her retarded if she actually is. Well, probably not, but you know, I can lie and say I would. Maybe she's just a little bit slow. She's got that Sneeko IQ test result, okay? Realistically, what she's going through here is like, she just can't accept that she got it wrong. Obviously, she was acting out of concern initially, but when you try to have an intervention at the first step of the guy showing any resistance, you're like, I quit, and you just storm off. Like, that's not really how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to like talk to them about it a little more and try to get past that shield if they do actually have an addiction, but she just can't accept that he doesn't, apparently. Or maybe she thinks that everyone in this room also does heroin and is in on this bit. Mom called me yesterday and told me she had talked to Kara about the whole thing and explained. She said Kara was very upset with me and essentially called me an asshole for not explaining and laughing in her face and embarrassing her. I said I was embarrassed and that Kara had no right to my info. I think she shouldn't go around snooping and making assumptions. My mom still thinks I should apologize. Well, obviously the mom's gonna say you should apologize because Kara's a family member and she just wants to get rid of whatever the conflict is. The mom is not thinking who's right, who's wrong. She's thinking, I want a big happy family, which is what moms do. I'm gonna go with the kind of cringe fence sitter take here though and say that both these people are slightly at fault, but Kara more at fault. OP really shouldn't have withheld a regular medical condition when asked about what was going on, because obviously if you're walking into a bathroom with a syringe, an assumption someone's gonna make is not that you're clearing out your ears, but instead that you're doing heroin. Like, that is what she will assume. But at the same time, seeing how Kara reacted to this entire situation, like, maybe that's why he didn't tell her anything. Maybe we don't know enough about her. She didn't believe him after he gave his relatively reasonable explanation, so it makes me think there may be some underlying trust issue or something he left out here. But if not, then she might just have brain damage. I mean, in fairness, if I was doing heroin and someone asked me if I was doing it in the bathroom, I probably would make up some bullshit like, yeah, I'm clearing the wax out of my ears. I have a condition that makes me have more wax, because I've never heard of that. But even with the underlying trust issues, Kara not thinking to contact his parents and assuming they were enabling him, and then jumping right to the intervention with his friends is a little bit just not good. So I'm gonna have to side with Globby on this one, okay? Not the asshole. You are not, good sir. 100 Reddit gold to you. Am I the asshole for moving myself and my pregnant wife to her parents instead of rehoming my cat? This might be my favorite post ever on this subreddit, and you're gonna see why, so just prepare yourself. I've known my wife for 7 years, married for 4. She's 6 months pregnant with our first child. I have an indoor-only cat who I raised from a kitten to his current age of 16 years. My wife and I are the only people he's been around regularly. My wife has suddenly developed allergies to the cat. We talked with our doctor and he said sometimes this can happen. My wife wants me to rehome my cat. I don't want to do this. He's old. He only knows me and my wife. He only knows our home. He's not been around other people or animals. Ah, yes, the extremely hard decision to either prioritize your cat, which I like cats a lot, but it is a cat, or your pregnant wife. It's such a hard dilemma. I'm stumped, okay? I can't figure it out. The woman that I knocked up carrying my seed child thing, or a cat. It's not that difficult. I think it will be very stressful for him, and at this age, it might kill him. I mean, maybe, but I still feel like the guy's being a bit over dramatic. Like, if this was a dog, I would maybe give more leniency, but cats typically are pretty independent, and they adjust to different environments all right. But at the same time, it's not like your wife is asking you to kill the cat. She's just asking you to move him to a different home. Like, realistically, it's not the most impossible thing in the world to do. You can move a cat to a different home. It is possible. The cat will probably not be traumatized forever. And plus, I don't even know why I have to say this. I probably don't. But again, Prager's wife kind of maybe should take priority over the cat. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Sorry for the controversial takes. I'm getting red pilled today, but you know, trad wife, cat. I love cats. I really like cats, but I think you should just rehome. Just move the cat. Give the cat to your parents or something. I offered my wife a compromise. We can stay with her parents, who live 10 minutes away and have no issues with us taking the spare bedroom until the baby is born. And then, if the allergies persist for her or the baby, I can look into, very carefully, finding my cat a permanent new home. I check in on my cat every day. Dude, just give a just get a home for the cat now. If you acknowledge you can do it later, just do it now. How are you this attached? Like, are you fucking this cat? Is this cat your girlfriend? Is the cat extremely tight? Shane Dawson? What's going on? Like, I had animals growing up. We had a dog. We had a cat. I like animals.
Not rehome them when it's
especially love cats. Okay, they are awesome. But doing this entire rigmarole for your old cat when you have a pregnant wife is weird. There are definitely options available to make sure this cat has a good home. I mean, give your cat to a friend, or just give your cat to her parents so they take care of the cat, or give the cat to your own parents so they take care of the cat, instead of being like, all right, honey, we need to leave the house and the house will be empty except for this one animal. It's kind of, it doesn't make sense. My wife called me a huge asshole for prioritizing my cat over her and the baby's health. I just don't want to traumatize my cat over something that might be temporary. Am I the asshole? You are. I mean, I don't know if asshole is the word, but you're something that's